Cardinals, hurry while supplies last.
There are over 10,000 reasons why steel is not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Find tools for the job site or your own backyard at over 10,000 authorized local steel dealers. Find yours at steelusa.com.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how to link to the market without the risk. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go online to retirementkey.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Nations can achieve if we do it together. I really mean it. So thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
Wait, what? Brad, what was he saying? You sent that to me last night. I know you said you saw the script.
Yeah. It was a transcript. It says they
Is it possible that's
No, I think
not real?
No, I think let's go lick the world.
Like,
I think he was just going on. Yeah, it used to be like an old timey.
Sounds like something Putin would say.
Like old timey, 20s, 1930s, bee's knees, cat's meow kind of language.
I'd rather hear him say.
Good thing he didn't whisper it.
Why are we in Ireland saying we're going to lick the world? Even if we're saying we're in Ireland, we're going to go. Brian Kilmeade, go get him.
Go get him.
But I don't understand. I don't understand. We're going to go lick the world, and it was typed out. Is that an Irish thing?
No.
Are you sure? No? Are you? I know he's right about it being an old timey.
You know what it is? It's a Dalai Lama thing.
Oh no!
Gross.
Google it. We're not talking about it.
Okay.
Welcome into the Annie Frey Show. Happy that you are here with us today. I am excited that it is Friday, and there is a whole host of really important news for us to cover, including the President of the United States in Ireland saying that we're going to lick the world. And in this day and age, you just really don't know what that means. So you do kind of have to talk about it a little bit, but that's probably the extent of it. The other thing that I am perpetually interested in this story, and I hope that you guys all are as well. You know the guy in the shop teacher in Canada that is wearing fake breasts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Hannah, have you seen fake boob teacher?
I have not.
So what I'm going to have you do right now is go on Google.
Okay.
And Canada shop teacher prosthetic breasts. Do it on the company computer.
Yeah, don't do it on your phone.
Don't do it. Come on. Prosthetic breasts. That's a good one to shop teacher. Prosthetic breasts. And then I want you to Wait, what are you seeing here? For people who, like you, may not know exactly what we're talking about.
It is
they
have
I'm only assuming
breast down to their waistline.
Yeah. How'd that feel in your back?
Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
A wig, a horrible
How do you know it's a wig? Maybe that's
not real.
Which the wig?
All everything in this picture is not real.
D, all of the above.
And it is disturbing.
This is a
mask that's below the nose,
which is really the story here.
I just am.
Hannah, this is a teacher in shop class who came to school as a man and then came to school like this in shop class. Well, Tucker Carlson won't let this go, which is amazing because in the first block, he's always like, the world is coming to an end.
Uh-huh.
Your government overlords don't care about you and are taking over. But in the C block, we're going to talk about Busty Lemieux. And here's
the scoop.
I'm here
Tucker.
for it.
As you know, several weeks ago, the New York Post had an exclusive interview with Carrie Luke Lemieux, a.k.a. Kayla Lemieux, a.k.a. Busty Lemieux. I know that sounds like a vaudeville performer. But in any event, he dropped a bombshell, Tucker. Those breasts weren't made in China silicone props. Those were actual, real mammary glands. He allegedly started developing at the age of 39 and it developed right into a Z cup or a Z cup, as you say in America.
I think they're Z.
And isn't that fascinating? Because this is such a rare medical condition. The Cleveland Clinic knows of about 300 cases. Oh, by the way, they are all biological females that have this case. This is how much of a medical marvel Lemieux is. But here's the thing, Tucker. We saw him without those breasts. So it's one of two things, isn't it? He recently had those breasts amputated, or he was lying.
Is amputated the correct word for that?
Ooh, yeah. That sounds painful.
I mean, maybe if there's Zeds.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not spent a lot of time thinking about that.
If we have time on Tucker Carlson's show, and I'm here to say I watched that whole report on Tucker. I wasn't like, this is trash, Tucker. I'm turning this off. I was like in the house. Everybody quiet. Kids, gather around. We need to know. We need to get to the bottom of this.
I would be horrified if that teacher walked into my classroom.
As you should be, because it's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not right.
I'd be thinking, what could they possibly teach me? Nothing.
This man was in like a Kohl's or something like that in the video that this Rebel News from Canada reporter. The Kohl's has like 4 cars in the parking lot, and this Rebel News guy's run from the other. He's like, and then he's like, "What do you have to say for yourself? Where are your breasts?" And it's like, they're in the car, man. What are you talking about? I don't know. But this guy doesn't get into his vehicle according to this report. He gets into the back of what is apparently an Uber. Because I guess he saw the Rebel News reporter whose goal it is to get to the bottom of Boobgate. So
Boobgate.
And but seriously though, there are big things happening.
Z things.
There are Z level things happening right now in our world. And if you listen to the first half of Tucker's show, he's talking about them massively, globally. I'm not doing this on purpose. I only wish I could take credit for this.
Big things.
Huge
things taking place, including an interview with Donald Trump himself on Tucker. But still time for Boobgate. Do we take the other things less seriously because we have time to cover Boobgate? What do you make of it, Brad?
No, we can absolutely laugh and cover serious things.
Is there a serious element, Ryan, to the story?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Yes. The serious element is we have no rules. So what are define the parameters of why this either is okay or is not okay? Because this is central to the madness that is sweeping the country right now. It's ridiculous. Put it on display, put it on a pedestal. I like that he's doing it.
Is this a part and parcel to the story about what we're seeing with Dylan Mulvaney? Is it completely different? In one way, I mean, it's to me, it's the shop teacher is incredibly more disturbing to me because the way he was discovered, the way he made the news is he went to school to teach kids. And that is different than just trying to get the world to look at you on social media because you want to influence people through your social media accounts. But Hannah, you said if you're in school and your teacher, who was a man on Monday, on Friday comes in looking like that, seriously, what do you do in that moment? As a student, a high school student?
I would feel incredibly uncomfortable. I mean, that is distracting. Those boobs were so big and obnoxious and just horrifying that I would not be able to focus. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I couldn't take the teacher seriously. So do we know if this teacher is like fully trying to transition to a woman or
no? This is what he looks. This is what he looks like when he's not dressed like that.
You know, I think that's kind of offensive to transgender people and women if you're trying to dress like a woman, because that is just ridiculous.
Here's a picture of him on crutches. My back would hurt too.
Yeah, I would need crutches. Everything is just makes me uncomfortable.
Awful?
About that.
Everything is awful?
I would not be able to focus in class. I would feel uncomfortable, and I wouldn't trust that teacher to teach me anything.
How would you feel
or be around me
if your kids were in the classroom with that? I'm taking my kids out of that classroom.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If my niece and nephew were in that class, I would take them out.
I tell you what, it depends on the age, because I'm just thinking of myself as a teenager. If that is happening in a classroom, I am having a blast.
Your parents wouldn't be, though. They'd be uncomfortable with you being
they
in
would
there.
be shocked and horrified.
You also can't have a blast. You can't.
You're right.
You can't react. What we're teaching kids in this instance is you're there to learn shop. Well, is he freaking there to teach shop? Because the answer is no.
No.
So I'm not leaving my kid. My kid is not going to be in the presence of this person for whatever this person needs to do this in this classroom will have nothing to do with my children.
Yeah, you're right, because because I'm thinking about myself in high school, if that's happening, but times have changed so much that today you wouldn't be able to laugh and point and make a joke out of that, which is what it is. You would have to, I think the rules are you'd have to celebrate that. I'm not exactly sure, because I think this is a really, really egregious case, but I'm pretty sure that that's what I would be told that I had to do.
I still don't know how that person came into that shop class. Because, I mean, it's a shop class. It's not English.
You're moving around. You're doing all the
It's not even
things.
that. I'm thinking of the type of boy that takes shop in high school. I don't understand how that person doesn't come in and get absolutely ridiculed. Now I understand, like, the board had backed this person. They're like, you have the opportunity. This is your right. And they even moved them around to different schools.
What are we talking? Oh,
Move them around.
Stay with me, Annie, here.
I'm Googling an appropriate image to share with our audience who's streaming us on the YouTube channel. And I haven't found one yet.
It's hard to find one. Yeah, you need to find one that Fox has shared because they do some blurring and whatnot. But
there's so many nipples.
Yeah.
Really? There's more than two?
It has to be.
Wow.
I've seen nipples in my lifetime. I've never seen anything like this.
But like
out of the show,
just dump that.
Dump.
I mean, I'm just
I've seen nipples.
I'm getting I don't know. I'm getting sent to the principal's office with a referral because I'm going to make fun of this person.
How could you not?
I don't even think this person takes himself seriously. Like, if you're,
I wonder.
If you're dressing like that and then the next day you're not, that's why I'm saying it's offensive to whatever they're trying to be.
There's a legitimate, when it first came out, when the first image was shared of this person, there were questions about whether or not it was all just a gigantic troll. And the reason why they thought it could be a gigantic troll is ironic to me that when you described what you saw in that picture, you talked about how this individual was wearing a mask below their nose.
Yes.
And I remember Tucker Carlson being like, is this like a mask troll thing where everyone's like, ooh, look at the boobs, but the mask is below the nose, just to see if they could get the COVID folks to panic and freak out about the fact that this person who was wearing big fake boobs was not wearing their mask correctly.
Right.
This person's not wearing their bra correctly.
No.
If you want, I'll do you one better. If you, Nike, want to sell sports bras using transgender people, I say I'll see your Dylan Mulvaney and give you Zed boobs on Shop Teacher because that person needs the sports bra. I do not believe, at least the use that I have for a sports bra, is served by Dylan Mulvaney.
If this guy is trolling people, which I still don't know, I would buy anything that guy sells. Because that is
fake
a great troll. I don't know if I have fake boobs. But I would buy whatever beer, sneaker he's endorsing.
Sports bra.
Facial cream.
Prosthetics.
Really anything but those, I think, I would buy. I love the idea that this could be a troll. If that's what this is.
But I don't think it is anymore. I was with you.
I mean, there was a circle has not only gone full circle, it's gone back around a couple times. We don't even know.
Why do they look like that? I mean, this has been a story I have taken the pitch on so many times. But last night, I'm like, I think all of our state secrets have been spilled to the whole world. And we've got Boobgate on at 7:45. Okay. And then I say to myself, am I overreacting to leaker situation? I see people out there right now making the case that the leaker is a hero. Is that possibly the case? Let's talk about that when we come back. The YouTube live chat poll on a Friday. I'm excited to see who sides with whom here. If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, we're asking you, what is the perfect outdoor temperature? Now, we all four have stated what our perfect temperatures are, and you can pick one of those and we'll see who's the closest to the consensus. 71 degrees, Ryan says, 73 according to Brad, 78 according to Hannah, and Annie is up there at 86 degrees. I don't think I'm going to win this, but I am confident that my answer is the correct one. Go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel and vote in the live chat poll, and we will discuss the leaker and the details around what we've known so far and whether could this person possibly be a hero? Let's discuss. Don't go away.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Wake up, who cares about little boy that talk too much? I've seen it all go down. The game of love was all rained down.
If you want to see better in the new year, there's no better time to call Brenton Vision than right now. Mark Cox here. My friends at Brenton have everything you need to get the crisp, clear vision you've always wanted. Call them at 314-375-2020 or go online today to brentonvision.com. They are the only team in Missouri to perform all 7 FDA-approved forms of vision correction. That includes modern LASIK, permanent contact lenses, and if you have bad reading vision, they even have treatments for you too. So stop throwing your money away. My wife got lens replacement. She sees perfectly these days, and she loves it. Quit putting it off. If it's standing in your way of achieving your goals and your resolutions, Brenton Vision is here to help. Call them today at 314-375-2020. Tell them you heard Mark Cox talking about it. That's 314-375-2020. Or schedule right now at brentonvision.com.
An update from the Illinois Family Institute, illinoisfamily.org. Abortion in Illinois is funded by taxpayers, and there are fresh legislative attacks against pregnancy care centers. But there are ways to counter that. Sidewalk counseling, communicating with lawmakers, and more.
Obviously, we need to pray. Nevertheless, what should be in the more? How about running for office? If you're not happy with the policies, then switch out the politicians.
Tom Morrison with BigTentIL.com served 12 years in the legislature. He's now recruiting candidates to run for office in the 2024 election.
Let's start moving the needle on the state of Illinois. Let's start getting us back to a more compassionate, sensible state.
Visit illinoisfamily.org for information about issues that impact life and sign up for IFI email updates at illinoisfamily.org.
When you have Rhino Shield on your house, it does a couple of things for you. It beautifies the house and it protects it from the harshest elements. And boy, do we see those here in the greater St. Louis area. You get instant curb appeal. It will stick to anything. Rhino Shield is the answer, no matter whether you're painting a home or a church or a business or a condo, because it's 100% waterproof. It takes care of the outdoor maintenance on whatever is on the outside of your home. The brick, the block, aluminum, steel, stucco. They can put this on with the 2 to 3 coat process. They're there about a week, and they do a great job. A lot of businesses have done it in the area. Several Firestones have done that. Vantage Credit Union over the years, Harlan Packaging down in DeSoto. Call Darren today and schedule your free estimate. 877-25-RHINO, easy to remember phone number, or go online today at 877-25-RHINO.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Are you thankful for the first responders in your community? Then nominate a local department and let us feed them a great meal. Compliments of Grill Master Tony Stone. Mark Cox here. Visit 971talk.com/contests and nominate someone today.
Dear God, please hear me out. I know it's been a couple years since I've reached.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show.
Said hello, I bet you're wondering.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Obsessing on and stressing all the little things when I should be living life and soaking up the memory. I know I've been selfish, I have no excuse to give you it's true. Hanging by a thread's how I live. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable living in my agony.
Today, the Justice Department arrested Jack Douglas Teixeira in connection with an investigation into alleged unauthorized removal, retention, and transmission of classified national defense information. Teixeira is an employee of the United States Air Force National Guard. FBI agents took Teixeira into custody earlier this afternoon without incident. He will have an initial appearance at the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts. I want to thank the FBI, Justice Department prosecutors, and our colleagues at the Department of Defense for their diligent work on this case. This investigation is ongoing. We will share more information at the appropriate time.
So that is the Attorney General. If you can't tell, it was not like a staffer who was given a statement to speak. That was the guy. That was the Attorney General who happens to not be on the Supreme Court. From Fox News, Pentagon leak suspect Jack Teixeira charged in federal court tells dad, I love you. This is from today. So he's been charged. He's been accused of leaking documents the Department of Defense says contain, quote, sensitive and highly classified material. Has been charged Friday with unauthorized retention and transmission of national defense information and willful retention of classified documents. He was wearing handcuffs and a khaki prison jumpsuit. He was read the charges shortly after 10 a.m. their local time in Boston in his federal court. He did not enter a plea and was ordered detained pending a detention hearing set for Wednesday, April 19th. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Massachusetts. The appearance at the federal courthouse comes after Teixeira was taken into custody by the FBI less than 24 hours ago at his home in North Dighton, Massachusetts. Hopefully said that correctly. His father shouted during the hearing, I love you, Jack. He responded, I love you, Dad. So the news has come out and they found this guy and he's 21 years old. He's a Air National Guardsman. And he had a very, very high level of clearance. And he was leaking this information on Discord. I mentioned this yesterday when we were speaking with Cully Stimson of the Heritage Foundation at about 12:25 yesterday. It's on our podcast. That listening to Jennifer Griffin speak with Brian Kilmeade here on 97.1 before our show started, she was throwing the phrase death penalty out there for what this leaker has exposed to the entire world. That's steep. And I like Jennifer Griffin. I think she's a fantastic reporter, and I listen to what she has to say because she sticks to facts. Fox News goes on to report a criminal complaint obtained by Fox News on Friday says the FBI on Monday interviewed a member of social media platform who told a special agent that an individual, later identified to be Teixeira, began posting on the platform what appeared to be classified information starting in December 2022. The postings, the person said, appeared on a group aimed at discussing geopolitical affairs and current and historical wars. The person said the individual first started sharing paragraphs of text, but around January of this year began posting images of documents that appeared to have classification markings on them. One of the documents, prosecutors say, described the status of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, including troop movements on a particular date. Information that is based on sensitive U.S. intelligence gathered through classified sources and methods and contains national defense information. So my immediate reaction to this is, what in the world is this guy doing? And I'm not going to call him a kid. He's 21. That's young. Hannah is a grown person. You're 21. I get frustrated that we define adulthood at 18 and that's supposed to mean something. But then when narratives come along, 21 is supposed to be a kid again. This 21-year-old was responsible enough to be an Air National Guardsman. That should mean something. They handed him security clearance. That should mean something. I don't know how we take him now and be like, oh, he's just a kid. So I'm a little confused about that, but I'm open to being persuaded by people who know a lot more about this than I do. Tucker Carlson was talking about the issue last night, and I also am going to read the tweet from Marjorie Taylor Greene last night, and I had to sit back in my chair and scratch my head and say, what's going on here? Let's listen to Tucker.
Just 2 weeks ago, for example, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin told the U.S. Senate that Russian military power is, quote, waning. In other words, Russia is losing the war. That was a lie. He knew it was when he said it, but he repeated it in congressional testimony. That is a crime. But Lloyd Austin has not been arrested for committing that crime. Instead, the only man who has been taken into custody, or likely ever will be, is a 21-year-old Massachusetts Air National Guardsman who leaked the slides that showed that Lloyd Austin was lying. He revealed the crimes, therefore he's the criminal. That's how Washington works. Telling the truth is the only real sin. Now, our news media exist and have constitutional protection precisely in order to push back against this grotesque standard. Their only job is to tell the truth. And yet tonight, the news media are celebrating the capture of the kid who told Americans what's actually happening in Ukraine.
So I really appreciate what Tucker does. And I listen to Tucker, and I would say that I am influenced in what I do by what Tucker has to say or the people he brings on. I don't listen to Tucker to hear what I'm going to say the next day, ever. But it is a source that I go to because I think that there's framework there that is important to understand as the largest part of the conversation when it comes to cable news. He's the number one show. I'm also interested in what Bill Maher has to say about anything. I listen to, or I pay attention to from time to time, what the Young Turks have to say about things, just because I want the broadest picture of what people are talking about and delivering. I will take in some CNN, some MSNBC, The View if I absolutely have to, because there's a gun pointed to my head. But I'm listening to Tucker as somebody who I look to a lot, and I'm thinking to myself, is it not true that what he's saying about Lloyd Austin and the actuality and the truth that may exist now that we have troops on the ground, whatever that means, that is a problem that needs to be addressed, at the same time not making the leaker into an innocent kid who just wanted the truth to be known? Because I have yet to see from my eyes that this is some sort of whistleblower situation that was meant to expose all of these things. To me, it looks really careless. There's time for me to evolve on this issue if I get more information, but that was kind of jarring for me. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene's tweet. Yesterday at 3:46 p.m., Jake Teixeira is a white male Christian and anti-war. That makes him an enemy to the Biden regime. And he told the truth about troops being on the ground in Ukraine and a lot more. Ask yourself, who is the real enemy? A young, low-level National Guardsman or the administration that is waging war in Ukraine, a non-NATO nation, against nuclear Russia without powers? Why is it that more things than one can be true at the same time? I'm sending some of these things last night to Brad. I'm like, are you seeing this? What's going on here? Brad, what are your thoughts?
I can't honestly, what I think happened is this was somebody who was either in an argument online trying to prove some stuff, or he was doing it for clout online. He wasn't out there trying to expose the U.S. government for doing, X, Y, and Z. It's like, oh, it's that. So not a whistleblower. I don't think this is whistleblower type behavior, because whistleblower,
there's a process.
Right. They generally go to an organization that then reports on it or can prosecute something on it or something. They go to an authority that can actually do something about it. This guy went to some of the kids on Discord. And I say kids on Discord because I think there were some that were a lot younger than he was in that same Discord. But I don't see how that makes him a hero or a whistleblower. I think it just makes him, dumb. But at the
careless.
Careless is a good word too. But at the same time, I appreciate what's been revealed, but I go back, and I felt this way about Edward Snowden too. I don't know what the right answer is here, because you are, like, if you reveal something that puts the United States at risk, and regardless of if the United States is doing something proper or improper, if you put the United States at risk, if you put the people of the United States at risk, if what was revealed in this is something that Russia didn't know, and not just could get troops on the ground killed, but Russia looks at this intel and says, oh, you guys got this there? Well, that's an escalation, and then we're on the brink of nuclear war? I don't know how that's a service to the people of the United States.
There are also a lot of things that have been exposed about what we do with our allies. And when we were speaking yesterday, I guess it was with Cully Stimson as well, was talking about how, I'm wondering the political fallout that exists when something like this happens and you have an ally and that is now like, wait, you're doing what? His comments, and I agree with this, they know that we're doing that. They're probably doing this to whatever extent they can. But don't think for a second that because it's out there in the open and public, that they're not going to use this as a political hit against you, where your geopolitical relationship now, in order to make it appear as though all things are hunky-dory, that the ally is going to strong-arm you a little bit on that. I think the United States would, and I think that they should, if it puts them in a better position. Hannah, I wondered how you think about this individual being a 21-year-old National Guardsman. You were 21 years old yourself. Do you have a sympathy for him because he's younger in the midst of a lot of people who are going to be, decades older him in this industry? Or do you think that a 21-year-old in this instance, should the age be a factor? Let me ask you that.
The age should not be a factor. I'm with you, Annie, about, I don't think 18 is the right time to define someone as an adult. People can be younger than 18 and seen as an adult just because of what has happened in their life. Some people mature faster than others. This person that was 21 years old, I don't think his age at all plays a factor into this role. I don't show any sympathy for him being young or naive or anything. I show no sympathy.
When you hear people referring to him as a kid, does that bother you at all? Being 21 as well, or do you understand it?
I think it just depends all on his character. If he acts like a child, then they can call him a kid. If he is more mature and has, more set values and goals and ambitions and acts like an adult, call him an adult.
Ryan, it seems to me like his behavior here is childish.
Yeah, which would indicate that you could call him a child.
But I don't think if your behavior is childish and you're given this responsibility
it's just an excuse. You don't think that's valid?
Well, my behavior is childish from time to time, but that doesn't make me a kid.
Well, and your childish behavior, if the consequences, Brad, of any childish behavior that you might engage in becomes a problem for you, then deal with it. Yeah. Learn your lesson or don't, whatever.
It should be the same for him.
If it becomes a problem for us here on the show because your childish behavior has you not participating or preparing the way you're supposed to be doing, now there's a bigger, broader conversation, and your childish behavior becomes my problem. It seems to me like this guy's childish behavior has become literally the world's problem.
Yeah, the world's problem. Well, but his motive does matter. It does seem as if, I think Brad kind of was saying this, that if he was attempting to do this, then you could say either he's a traitor for betraying his country or the war effort, or he is a hero for exposing some of the things that have been lied about in this war effort. Almost neither one of those can be, because it doesn't look like he was really trying to do either one of those things. He just it looks like that he just thought it was cool that he had such access to these things and he was sharing them with his friends. does that motive matter? I think it does in the context of figuring out whether he's a hero or a traitor, but the information's still out there and he has to be dealt with as an adult because of it.
I'm looking through the comments of folks who are joining us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, and I encourage y'all to do that as well and go vote in today's poll and leave a comment if you want. But I'm trying to look for anybody here who is like, oh no, this man is an American hero, and I'm not seeing any of it. I am seeing people. Some Edward says, "Are you really surprised by the things Marjorie Taylor Greene says anymore?" I'm going to be honest with you, Edward. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know the things she's saying. She's not my cup of tea. There are people in the Republican Party that, if you're a Marjorie Taylor Greene person, I could probably list off 10 people in the Republican Party who you hate. And if you're those types of Republicans, I can list there are all kinds of kinds. And let's not pretend that exists solely in the Republican Party. It's exactly the same situation in the Democrat Party. There's a big spectrum. How many times on this show, if you listen with any regularity, do you hear me talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene? I literally cannot remember the last time I brought her up. Maybe during the speaker vote when I was like, hey, look at her sitting next to Kevin McCarthy. Huh?
Yeah.
Like, let me figure that one out. And then I did, and I understood it. She got what she wanted out of him, which was keeping people off of committees on the Democrat side, because that's what they did to her. I mean, politics is a strange bedfellows game. I don't invest my time in parroting anything that any congressperson is saying with regular basis. I'm also not going to invest my time in trying to, pound my fist into the table to tell you how much trash I think they are. I don't do that with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She just doesn't rise to the level of my requirement for my attention. Mostly because I think that the only thing she wants is attention. It's like
that's true.
That's a fair, yeah.
And sometimes I wonder if Marjorie Taylor Greene is exactly the same way, even though on a policy standpoint, I agree with her way more than I agree with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. There is a part of me that just wants these legislators to be boring people who are really good at budgeting and writing good laws that protect freedom for Americans, and not who has the biggest TikTok following or the biggest Rumble following, whatever. I mean, even your social media platforms are political. Barf.
It gets you speaking engagements.
Let's talk about Boobgate some more.
Let's talk about Boobgate.
Barf.
That has nothing to do with Marjorie Taylor Greene or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Boobgate.
Thank you for the clarification.
Anybody can have boobs now. Anybody needs a sports bra.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned this week.
Check out the live chat on Monday to see what I look like.
You gonna wear your sports bra?
I might. Just a sports bra. You know what? I would be too embarrassed of my hairy belly.
Pants too?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wear pants, but I might have to wear something over my midriff.
Why don't you just wear the outfit that Dylan Mulvaney was exercising in?
That exact outfit?
I'll buy it for you.
I don't know if I can pull it off, Annie. I'll be honest with you. I
don't
have
want
a
you
lot
to pull
of great
it off.
qualities.
I want you to keep it on.
But that's not one of them.
What? Which part? The dancing, the exercising, or the?
Oh no, I could do that. I've got
athleisure wear for women.
My body can move like a gazelle, but
I don't believe it. You have to prove it.
But I don't want to show off my body.
Wouldn't this be viral? In the digital sense, not the,
It has potential.
We get you the Dylan Mulvaney outfit, which basically what I think we need to do here. I'm 51% serious. We need to try to get Ryan Wiggins a Bud Light sponsorship and a Nike sponsorship.
Well, if I knew that was the end game, I might participate.
And a Tampax sponsorship.
Hey.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Anyone else thinks when I know truthfully that's the furthest thing.
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
Proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Yeah.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE and frustrated taking pills that don't work, Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that effectively treat your problem. 98% of patients experience immediate results during their first office visit. And for a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Brown. The physicians at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer the most advanced treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Now men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Guys, to eliminate your frustration in the bedroom, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now to take advantage of this exclusive limited-time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free, and you'll see instant results right in the office. Call now. 314-720-8081. 314-720-8081. That's 314-720-8081.
Countdown to Earth Day. Just 8 days to go. As the days get warmer, keep your thermostat set higher at 78 degrees or more to save energy. When we each share our one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
You've listened to 97.1 FM Talk. You've heard of Doug Voss of Voss Financial and Safe Money Radio, as he has been a staple as the financial expert on the station for many years. You can hear him on Safe Money Radio several times a weekend right here on 97.1 FM Talk. And you can talk to Doug Voss directly. Here's his number. Call Doug at 844-676-SAFE. That is 844-676-7233. Doug Voss is a registered representative. Securities offered through D.H. Hill Securities, LLLP. Member FINRA and SIPC.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Warmer days are coming. Time to schedule your annual AC system check for as little as $15 a month. For any residential or commercial HVAC services, visit aircomfortservice.com.
22 years of questioning the narrative. Thanks for making 97.1 FM Talk your home for conservative talk. You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @AnnieFryShow.
Wiggins!
Wiggins!
Sorry, I was enjoying Whiskey in a Jarro.
Do you want me to play this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'll play it right now.
Okay, thanks.
You work here?
Yeah.
How old are you?
13.
Oh my god. Is that even allowed?
What?
Is that even allowed?
Yeah, it is.
13?
Yeah.
But do you know like your multiplication chart?
Oh, no, I know. So my dad owns the store.
Oh, your dad owns it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
So that's a viral clip. 3.1 million views of that clip. A guy saw a 13-year-old kid working in the bathroom at Chick-fil-A. He's just walking around with one of those little sweep-up janitor trays, sweeping up stuff out of the bathroom, doing a good job. And the guy goes, man, how old are you? He goes, 13. And he says, well, how did you get this job? Can you even do your multiplication tables? He says, well, my dad owns the business, so he's working at his dad's business. The reason I bring this up is because it's become a thing, and now people are commenting on it like this person who is a Bernie Sanders delegate in 2016 says, Chick-fil-A is not alone in exploiting children for cheap labor. In Iowa, yes, that's a real sign at McDonald's advertising to hire 14 and 15-year-olds and just basically decrying the idea that kids as young as 14 could be getting jobs like this.
They get sex changes. Why can't they get jobs?
Man, your mind is right along with where I was going. Really, we can't let kids make these decisions, but they can make permanent decisions about their gender? Amazing. Do you support kids being able to work as early as 14, whether that be you, your kids, yourself? What do you think about this?
I'm behind it. I don't see a problem with it. I started...
Hannah's actually 14, guys.
Just so everybody knows. I started babysitting.
I couldn't keep the secret any longer.
So usually enthusiastic about this one.
She was like, that 21... No, that shouldn't be called a kid. That's who I call sir.
Yes. I started babysitting when I was probably 13.
How much did you get paid when you started babysitting? Or how did that work?
Not a lot. It was for family friends, and I'd watch the kids for like 4 or 5 hours, and I'd get like $30. So it wasn't anything great.
I think that's respectable.
Yeah. But yeah, I started doing that.
I have to get a
and-
part-time job if I want to go on a date with my husband.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Discuss this with me because you are the authority at this moment on this question. What is the deal with
As a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
As a recent
Teeny bopper.
as a recent preteen.
You've started working early.
Uh-huh.
What is the deal with the gap year outside of, is it high school to college or college to career?
Yeah.
High school
Are
to
you in
college.
support of that? Because every time I hear it, I'm like, really? You're going to take a year off?
I've never known anybody to take a gap year and come back from the gap.
That's kind of my point. Is that it seems like you're
But
setting
is
up.
it because they work? Did they get a job and they work?
No,
The
isn't-
person I knew who had a gap year moved to Florida and has her parents pay for everything.
I think the idea of a gap year is that you're taking a year off from everything. Like you're not working,
No.
you're just doing nothing.
No,
That's not a gap.
Is
the
it
way
a
I've
gap year
understood
from
it-
school?
Yeah. The way I've understood it
Oh,
is
I
you use
see.
that
Okay.
gap to then build up funds so then you can go to school and not
Or-
have huge debt.
Not just that, but decide what you want to do. How
That's
many
true,
people
too.
go into their freshman year of college? I've told this story before. When I went into my freshman year of college counseling thing to pick classes,
Academic advisor.
I didn't know that you didn't go to school all day in college.
Really?
I left with a schedule that had me going to school 5 days a week, and every day my class started at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., but I was done by like 10:30 or noon every day, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Well, I got wise on that, and that was the only semester that I had 8 a.m. classes, and from then on it was Monday through Thursday, not before 10. But yeah, I had an idea what I wanted to do, but people get degrees that they don't want to get because they started it. The gap year is supposed to make it so that when you go to school, it's purposeful.
If that's what a gap year is, I think that's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
I've only heard it in the context that Hannah was saying, that somebody just sort of goes, you know what? I think I want to travel for a while. They just go do nothing.
You might do that during your gap year. You might experience things that you wouldn't if you were, having to be in a classroom all the time. But my understanding of the gap year has always been, I graduated high school. I don't know what I want to do next. I'm going to get a retail job. I'm going to just work to make money, work to live, and see where this lands so that when I do go to school, assuming I do go to school, it's intentional, which I think is very smart, actually.
Yeah.
The working aspect is good. The one person I knew was not working.
Yeah, me too.
So it was just a
I'd like that gig.
vacation.
I would like.
Yeah.
I know. I am ready for that gap year.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mom and Dad, who are watching my kid right now, so that I can work.
Mom and Dad, can I take a gap year at 38? Brad, when you are a pastor for kids, what do you see as the age that is a good age for a kid to get a job, or is there one? Is it dependent on the
It
kid?
depends on the job and it depends on the kid. I'll say this. I started working on the farm when I was 11.
Yeah.
I like how you said the farm.
The farm. It is the farm. Walking down bean field rows, hoeing weeds, helping them stack hay, stack straw, hey, can you run over to the shop and grab the grease gun and bring it back to me? I'm doing this other thing, that sort of thing. I helped out with my uncles and my grandparents a ton when it came to that. And it was good for me. It develops work ethic and stuff like that. I don't see a real big problem. I think 11 would be too young to work like at a fast food restaurant.
I don't.
But
we need people to work.
We do need people to work. But I think, too, there needs to be some, you can't work this kid 40 hours a week. They've got school to go to and stuff like that.
Also, I don't think you should pay them significantly less and or all less.
Well, this ad right here is showing a sign that says 14 and 15-year-olds now hiring $15 an hour, same as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, Annie, you're in favor of, well, is there a too young? I mean, you're saying 11 is not too young.
I mean, my daughter is 10, and she could absolutely run a cash register for, I would say like 2 hours on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's not practical for any fast food restaurant or business to hire like 30 10-year-olds. I'd be like, your 2 hour shift's up. But I'm not opposed to it. And it's the idea of forcing a kid to work is always wrong.
Right.
But if you have a kid who has the time, the inclination, and here's the big deal, working on a farm, working in the cash register at a family business, being around family or, close loved ones, maybe working, Brian, you worked in a clubhouse at a golf course. There are absolutely things that my kids could do that would benefit the golf course, that if they spent 3 or 4 hours doing that and they got paid minimum wage, it would be good for them. And I mean, you might work 4 hours a week, but I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe we would stop having such lazy butt people who are of age. And if the family thinks it's a good idea, I trust the family to make that decision, which is not what the people who are opposed to this, they trust government to make all these decisions. And I just don't.
My first job was at 16. I got a huge education the first time I got my paycheck because first of all, I was excited because this felt like, just like everything else, you have to go to school, you have to do this. Now I was like, well, I got to go get a job because I think my dad probably said it would be good for me. So I got a job at a golf course. But now I'm actually getting money for doing something that I have to do. That's amazing. Looked at my paycheck. Oh, I paid a whole bunch of tax. I'm not actually getting all that money. I mean, I knew that in my head, but seeing it for the first time, that was a huge education. I think that's important for kids.
My first paycheck at a deli that I worked at, I won't say where. I've talked about this before, so maybe you know. I got nothing because I had to pay to be in the meat cutters union.
That's an education right there.
You want to know how I feel about the meat cutters union?
No, I don't.
I am actually banned from it.
No kidding.
I didn't know that.
What did you do to get banned from it? Can you share that?
I quit after working 2 months because it turns out I shouldn't be around meat that much.
That doesn't explain anything.
Yeah, it does. It's why I lasted there for two months. And when I left, I hadn't paid like all the dues to stay current or something. Oh, you're supposed to continue paying dues to the union even if you're not gainfully employed.
Working?
And I'm like, screw that.
No kidding.
And I got this really nasty letter, and it made me so mad I threw it away. But if I had it right now, I'd frame it.
Wow.
If anybody from the Meat Cutters Union can look that letter up and send me a copy, I would love that.
Wow.
I can never cut meat again. Darn. We'll be right back.
On Sunday, April 16th, the Cardinals host the Pirates, and that day, 25,000 fans aged 16 and older will take home a mystery nickname jersey, courtesy of Maryville University. Throughout the seasons, players with unique nicknames have left their mark, like me, the Mad Hungarian, and the Cardinals will honor some of these players with this fun mystery jersey giveaway. That's Sunday, April 16th. Get your tickets at cardinals.com.
This is Paul Goldschmidt. See you at the ballpark.
Sunday, April 16th is Donate Life Day at the ballpark, presented by Mid-America Transplant. That day, the Cardinals host the Pirates, and fans who purchase a special themed ticket will receive an exclusive Cardinals cap supporting organ and tissue donation. A portion of each ticket will be donated back to support Mid-America Transplant. That's Sunday, April 16th, Donate Life Day at the ballpark. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit cardinals.com/theme.
This is Tyler O'Neill. Thank you for being the best fans in baseball.
You know how you said it never gets cold around here anymore?
You did. I don't remember being colder.
Which is why I'm calling Jerry Kelly this second to schedule an AC tune-up.
It's not even springy outside.
So we do it today, Cub Scout, before every Tom, Dick, and Barry get ahead of us in line.
Or Tim, Nick, and Barry. I see your point, Doctor, especially this year with shortages, work outages, lines,
Let's call the Eagle Scout of ACs.
The Titan of Tune-Up.
The legend.
JerryKelly.com. The only person who can change your life is you, but you need to know how. Listen to my show, The Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. Listen to The Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Countdown to Earth Day. Just 8 days to go. As the days get warmer, keep your thermostat set higher at 78 degrees or more to save energy. When we each share one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Hey everyone, this is Sarah from Pentagon, and I am here speaking out about mental illness and the seriousness of this disease in hopes that we can overcome the stigma surrounding it. Last year, my sister committed suicide after her lifelong battle with depression and anxiety. There has been a stigma in our culture surrounding mental illness and suicide. This stigma can lead to discrimination and negative stereotyping, which makes it harder for the ones who are suffering to reach out. But it's okay to not feel okay, and it's okay to get help. We can all help by listening to people around us, encouraging friends and family who are struggling to talk to either us or professional counselors. We all need to help instill courage in others facing these challenges. And I'm listening.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Keeping the warm times going as we go through our Friday afternoon. Partly sunny, 78 for the high. Partly cloudy skies, the overnight low 58. Saturday, changeable skies. We'll see some sun in the morning, but also see some showers and thunderstorms around in the afternoon. Windy and 78, still mild Saturday. Partly cloudy and cooler Saturday night. And Sunday, partly sunny, windy, much cooler, 58. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Same drug. The emergency request was filed with the Supreme Court less than 2 days after an appeals court in a Texas case tightened the rules under which the drug could be prescribed and dispensed. The new limits, which included requiring patients to pick up the drug in person, would take effect tomorrow unless the court acts before then. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
The Massachusetts Air National Guardsman named as the person who stole classified documents from the Pentagon and posted them online will stay in federal jail for now. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland says what happened is a big problem.
This is not just about taking home documents. That is, of course, itself illegal. But this is about the transmission, both the unlawful retention and the transmission of the documents.
But questions remain, like why a 21-year-old part-time military IT worker had top-secret clearance. It's sunny again in Fort Lauderdale, where more than 2 feet of rain in 2 days flooded streets and homes and forced schools to close. But the airport is open again. If you're ready for some football, you are in luck. The USFL opens its season tomorrow. All USFL games are on your local Fox TV station. It's been a red day on Wall Street, though. The Dow down more than 290, the S&P off more than 30. America is listening to Fox News.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
97.1 FM Talk. You're here because ideas change the world. St. Louis is home for conservative talk. This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
Hey, it's Tom Ackerman. Where do you go for your annual eye health examination? Ophthalmology Associates, of course. Doctors Greg Birdie and Ranjan Malhotra. Dr. Robert Bersati, he's the one I saw. Or Dr. Andrew Royer. They are available to you and are there to take care of all your vision needs at Ophthalmology Associates. They're on Manchester Road, a half-mile west of 270. Your vision is their business at Ophthalmology Associates. In fact, many of their patients are doctors themselves. That's why they call themselves the doctors, Ophthalmology Associates. Are your eyes itchy and scratchy? It could be more than just allergies. They're the leaders in dry eye diagnosis and treatment. They're the leaders in LASIK and discussing those procedures. And if you're having difficulty reading or driving at night, you have glare from oncoming headlights, could be early signs of cataracts, and they can talk to you about multifocal lens implants. Ophthalmology Associates, youridoc.com.
I'm Eric Robert with Stifel. The economy is always changing, but what does it mean for your investments? Join me and fellow Stifel financial advisor Bob Stockdale during On the Money, Saturday mornings from 11 until noon on 97.1 FM Talk. Stifel, member NYSE and SIPC.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. We'll be planting and cleaning up at Tower Grove Park from 10 to noon on Friday, April 21st. It's our one day, one thing. Tower Grove Park is a National Historic Landmark park featuring grassy meadows, 7,000 trees, and flowers that make Tower Grove Park an important urban green space in the heart of South St. Louis. What's your one thing? Join us one day, one thing at Tower Grove Park, Friday, April 21st. Check out our station website for more details.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday, and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. I'm glad that you're here with us today. Happy Friday. Beautiful day outside, which leads me to our poll question today. It says, I'm looking right here on the screen in front of me, it says it's 76 degrees and mostly sunny. Is it the perfect day outside? Well, that's our YouTube live chat poll. If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel in the live chat portion of our live broadcast today, it says, what is the perfect outdoor temperature? Ryan, what did you say?
71.
Why 71?
I like it a little bit cooler, and if it peaks at 71, then that means you get a nice day in mostly the 60s and upper 60s.
Brad?
I said 73. And the reason I picked 73 is because I like it a little bit warmer than what Ryan does. But I think at a 73, you get a nice warmth from the sun, but you don't start sweating. You don't get that.
Do you dislike sweating?
I just start sweating when it's like 78. And then once it hits 78, I sweat and I don't stop sweating. And so...
Hannah?
Speaking of 78, that is...
I wasn't going to transition, but since we're here.
That is the temperature I picked. 78 is perfect. It's warm, but you're just tapping into it being hot. It's usually sunny when it's 78. I went to the Cardinals game last night. It was 78 when I was there. It was beautiful. You don't need a jacket, but you don't need to be, in a tank top and shorts, per se.
What'd you think about those bases loaded in the 8th inning that we didn't score?
I remember that happening. I was actually paying attention
because it was exciting.
It was exciting.
And then
everybody was really ramping up, and then everybody left.
But then Jordan Walker had the opportunity to extend his streak in the 9th inning.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And they didn't.
Yeah, it didn't matter. You didn't see it.
It was not a good pass. The last one. But, 12 games in a row.
I'm really
it's
learning
historical.
a lot.
I know you are.
I can name probably 3 players on the team now.
Name them.
Wilson Contreras.
Jordan almost
Walker,
got that one.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on. He's cute. 28 is his number.
Yeah, now
Nolan
everybody wants to know.
Arenado.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey.
He's cute. I immediately thought, I bet she's going to say Nolan Arenado.
Yep.
I agree with that. He's very cute.
That's why I know who he is.
Because he's cute.
Yeah.
Nolan, now you know. He's married. Happy. There was a bunch of people last year on the Cardinals that became dads, either again or had kids. But yeah, that's cool. So I said 86 degrees is the perfect temperature, which I know is not everybody's perfect temperature, but it's mine. And that's what we're putting in the poll here. I like being warm. I don't like being cold or cool.
Man, I think my resistance to being like warm and hot comes from whenever I was bigger, because it was wholly unpleasant whenever I was 300 plus pounds for a temperature in the mid 70s.
If it's 86 degrees outside, when you move about being outside, you never get a chill.
Mm-mm.
You never get that cool whatever, and you get a breeze, and it's a warm breeze. Perfect.
That first warm breeze of the spring is fantastic.
It takes me probably through April into May to get used to not walking out the door of like here at work and bracing myself. And then it's like, oh, it's nice out here. I appreciate that. Well, we want to know what you think, what your perfect temperature is. You get those 4 options, 71, 73, 78, or 86. And on the poll, you can see who picked which one, and you can let us know what you think there. When I was going, I heard you guys a couple times mention this. How much did you discuss the girls basketball, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and the, you can't see me gesture back and forth between LSU and Iowa? Did you talk about that at all?
No.
Just a little bit. We talked about it with Brad Young a little bit.
Did you talk about Jill Biden?
No.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very briefly we did. Not a long time.
So anywho, Angel Reese, star player, LSU, national champions, beats Iowa, Caitlin Clark, phenom when it comes to basketball. And I love what all of this drama in girls basketball did for girls basketball. And this is a whole thing that I just stew on this stuff because I'm a female, obviously. Can we say that? I know that we can, but is it okay culturally right now to say, well, obviously I'm a female?
If it's not, I don't want to be here.
But I think we might be here. To say somebody's obviously female, what does that even mean?
I don't. You know what's so crazy is that it changes by the circumstance, and nobody knows the rules. You do whatever you want, Annie.
Oh, I will. I'm not, as I prefaced, we can certainly say that. But when I say things like that, like, well, obviously I'm a female, I'm thinking to myself, I just offended people who are still listening. Hi. So anywho, I'm a female. I was an athlete. I played basketball through my senior year of high school. We were incredibly successful at 10 and 15 at the end of the season. We won some. We weren't great. But I loved it. It was an incredibly valuable experience for me. It is an experience that I want my daughter to have, to be an athlete on a team. I coach the young girls that she plays with, and it's something that I want to provide for them and have them get the opportunity to participate in something like that. And I think it's important to let them see female role models that can say, yeah, you should do this. This is good for you, whatever. One thing happened that really, really thrust this entire story with girls basketball to the forefront, which was all the good teams lost in the NCAA men's tournament. So at the end, there was less interest because the teams that were, air quotes, supposed to make it didn't. People's brackets were busted all over the place. So there was just less interest there. And there's Caitlin Clark, who is just a fantastic basketball player with Iowa. Angel Reese, LSU, same. Angel Reese is black. Caitlin Clark is white. Angel Reese plays for LSU. Caitlin Clark plays for Iowa. It's a black team and a white team. That's the way it is. So Angel Reese, at the end of the championship game, walks past Caitlin Clark and does the John Cena, you can't see me. She's taunting her. She was, showboating a little bit. There are videos of Caitlin Clark doing the same thing. Not necessarily the same context of I just beat you and you lost and now I'm, up in your stuff about it. But it's the same action, the same gesture. When Caitlin, there were a lot of people who came down hard on Angel Reese for her actions and suggested that it was really unclassy and unsporting for her to do that. Folks, this is the way the game is played. And you can be hurt about it. You can cry about it, but it's the way it plays. Caitlin Clark did the right thing and came out and said, stop it. Everybody knock it off. First of all, that conversation never would have happened around men. That frustrates me that it was such a thing that people felt like they needed to defend Caitlin Clark because Angel Reese, waved her fan in front of her face and it was going to make her feel bad. Caitlin Clark didn't feel bad other than the fact that she lost the game.
Yeah.
And so it just turned into this whole thing. Regardless of how you felt about one or the other, national champions get to go to the White House. And so LSU, who won the game handily, it wasn't even really a close score at the end. LSU wins this game, therefore gets the opportunity to go to the White House. And Jill Biden, Dr. Jill, comes out and says something to the effect of, out of this, in the name of sportsmanship, those girls, they played a great game, and we should bring Iowa into the White House too. Angel Reese from LSU's response is, we go into Obama's White House. We're not going, we'll just, not even participate. Yeah. And Iowa's like, no. Why did Jill Biden say that? Why do you think, Brad?
I don't know why she would say it. Because I think she felt bad for the girl that got trash talked to.
Imagine when the Cardinals lost the World Series to the Red Sox, being like, Cardinals, you guys can come too. You come on over. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
My whole thoughts on that is if you don't like people talking trash to you when you lose, then don't lose. Play better.
And if you lose,
you lost.
You don't get to do the thing that the winners get to do. That doesn't mean that you're just like everybody else who lost because somebody had to be the best. It makes me wonder if the loser mentality that seems to exist on the left of always finding the victim and preying on the victim to benefit politically from the elevation of the victim, to suggest that the Iowa basketball team would feel victimized by LSU is obnoxious. Shaq weighed in on this issue.
So in the history of me going to the White House and all the champions going to the White House, you never even mentioned the second team, right? But the fact that it was that versus that and the other that lost, that's when they wanted to make it a participation. Oh, they lost, but they were there and all that. But no, I thought it was, I definitely thought it was out of pocket.
I mean, if Iowa won, she probably wouldn't have had LSU come there.
Oh no, ain't no problem. She wouldn't even mention LSU. It ain't no problem.
There we go.
I'm going to think, she wouldn't even.
There we go.
Shaq on here saying that the reason that Jill Biden invited Iowa to come along was because Iowa was white, and LSU, the team that won, was black. You agree with that?
I think that would be the predominant narrative, and we would all be hearing a lot more about that story if this were a Republican president or Republican first lady or first
If Donald
gentleman.
Trump were to invite the white team to come that lost along with the black team.
Oh, my gosh.
Guarantee it.
Hannah puts her hand up in a please.
Yeah.
Wow, we would never hear the end of that.
Maybe we shouldn't. I have a different take on it. I think when Jill Biden hears Iowa, she thinks caucus.
Maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's the media thing. These people, first of all, I completely understand why Shaq thinks that, and I don't think he's wrong. And if you do put the Republican, especially the last Republican office, and this happens, my face is melting off going, oh my gosh, don't do that. That's the stupidest thing you can. But I really believe that the people like Joe Biden and Jill Biden they live in such an alternate reality than we do. that the racial implications of this did not register for they're like, what if we invite Iowa? We could get Iowa in the White House too. And then we'll go to Iowa and we'll be the president again. And this is all Joe Biden. Because it's all Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden was like, no. Joe Biden's like, can someone get the voice of reason in here? Oh, that's me. We're not doing that, Dr. Jill. I really believe that the fact that it was Iowa was the reason why they did that.
The only thing I can come up with outside of that, it's the caucus state, but it's not even the first caucus state anymore. They've changed the rules.
No, but it's still
important.
But it's still Iowa.
Still Iowa. Is that I just think that the idea of this equity thing, not equality, equity, has just pervaded their minds. That they think that there is no such that you can't have a loser. We got to invite the loser, and not only the top 2. Next year it'll be the top 4, and next year it'll be the top 64. They don't want to see losers. So that was her mentality.
Does it matter that in all of the things that can be talked about, first of all, like I said, I love that they're talking about girls basketball, and also people were into it. We're talking about this. This story to me has racial implications. It has blind political implications. Here's something else, though. If a basketball highlight gets shared, and I've talked about this before, on a SportsCenter social media platform or an ESPN or something like that, I wish they wouldn't share them, because all of the comments are like, that's great, but where's my sandwich? This is how people in social media react to girls playing sports. It's incredibly disrespectful. And it's interesting to me in this very moment in time with the NCAA women's basketball championship game and Iowa's march towards it and LSU's march towards it, bringing so many eyes in that maybe hadn't paid attention before. Women's basketball has never seen success like this, and there's a professional league. This is the high point, the peak. What the world doesn't understand is that when girls play sports, they're not playing for anybody else. They're playing for themselves. My son has the ability to dream about being a professional baseball player. If he's still at the point in his life where you ask him, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? He still dreams about being a professional baseball player. My daughter has no dreams like that. There's no practical dream like that. You go join the WNBA, that's not an NBA lifestyle. Nobody even cares. I don't even care. Girls don't get to have those dreams the way boys do. But this year, people cared about girls basketball. For whatever reason, the stars aligned and they cared about it. But that's because girls play sports for themselves, for a pure experience that exists with a team and a goal and failure and success. Girls go out and compete in sports that might be shown to the world when ESPN's like, oh, we got to get something about girls in here. Let's put it in there. And what the girls do in these clips are great. That's great for what girls do. But tell me right now how obvious it is where girls' sports are and where boys' sports are. And then tell me that a boy who is now a girl should be in those sports. That is bologna sausage. And you know it. And I know it. And what you are taking away from these girls is so incredibly unfair because they're not even asking for anything other than to be able to exist in the lane that they've been staying in this whole time. You know who's out there blabbing about needing recognition and needing attention about all this? Megan Rapinoe. And you know who's not backing the girls who are not begging for that, who are just out there to play? She's out there saying, because it benefits her, because it's personal to her that she gets to be in a bigger spotlight for a longer time, saying, no, we should welcome all people who want to play in women's sports. God, I wish I could say the other word than bologna sausage, because that's what it is. And I just am so excited that people know who Caitlin Clark is right now. And Angel Reese, whether or not they're doing the You Can't See Me or whatever, people are talking about it and people are defending it. And Shaq is talking about it. And Shaq is talking about winners and losers in girls' sports, and that's a good thing for it. And the fact that anybody would want to come in here, the fact that people go onto these SportsCenter posts and talk about them saying, talking about girl athletes, about how boring it is, how unexciting it is, how these girls belong in the kitchen, making them sandwiches over and over again. All of that is proof that girl sports are different than boys. So keep the boys out of girl sports. It makes me mad. But I'm not wrong. Fight me on it. I'll fight you. I'm pretty good at that, too. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Hannah is looking for your Ask Me Anything questions. We've got some fun ones as well here in the studio. If you want to know something about us, you get on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, and in the comments, drop your thoughts there and ask us a question. We'll be back in a minute. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
This tradition is our mission, and more. There's so much to do.
Sharpshooter's Indoor Range can accommodate every firearms enthusiast from beginner to experienced. Skill levels focusing on safety and fundamentals. Buy a daily pass for just $21 or annual membership with discounts for law enforcement, first responders, or military with proof of valid department ID. Mention the Eat and Shoot combo at the Pit and Grill after you shoot for daily combo deals. It's bang good barbecue. Sharpshooter's Indoor Range. SharpshooterSTL.com. Mention 97.1 and get a one-time used $5 ammunition credit.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Town & Country, Missouri, 63017. CordellCordell.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
The result of that is that you don't learn very much about the American revolutionaries. And
so you're actually arguing that some of this is happening at the expense of learning the actual history.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We appreciate you being with us on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Still says 76 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly sunny. I should have said that these are all Fahrenheit temperatures.
Right. No Celsius.
These aren't in Kelvin.
71 degrees Celsius. Everyone is
That'd
dead.
be like 185 degrees Fahrenheit.
Love it.
On the YouTube live chat poll, what is the perfect outdoor temperature? Ryan says 71. Brad says 73. Hannah says 78. I say 86. Woo. Go support your favorite temperature or your favorite cast member. I'm not gonna win this one.
Oh man! You're just going all in
just
on
throwing
that.
a wrench in it. Yeah. I'm gonna lose.
Do
I
you
already know
like
that.
me or not?
Pretty much. That's what we're always asking.
Just who is your favorite Annie Frey Show cast member?
This is. Well, that's what people think when they're
do
like,
think that.
I don't like it when you guys fight. And we're like, we're not fighting.
We're not fighting. We
We're
just
not
hate
fighting.
each
Love
other.
it.
We're competing.
Genuinely.
Ask me anything.
Competition.
Yeah.
You have to ask me nicely. Don't make me beg here.
Ask me anything.
Tell me the truth! All right, our first question is coming from Joe from
That last
YouTube.
clip was Ryan.
No
He
voice alteration
asked-
either.
Joe asked, is Ryan drinking milk? Ryan, why don't you put up to the camera what you have? It's
Basically,
a white substance in a cup.
the answer is yes, because I
Tank
asked
thinner.
for this tea without any ice. And so what they do is they just kind of fill it up with extra milk.
Oh,
What
for
is
the
it?
record,
So that's milk.
Starbucks just came out and they're going to charge you more for that.
That's my last one then.
No, seriously,
See ya.
Starbucks just came out and said light ice or no ice.
You're kidding.
Extra
Upcharge.
dollars.
Just what a joke.
No, go to
You're gonna
Scooters.
charge me $6.50 for a drink, and then sorry, I have to put ice in it. Now I'm mad.
Yeah, that might
done.
that might just push me over the edge.
They
a little
actually
bit.
called it the Wiggins rule.
You know what? That's fair because I always do it.
Yeah, you've talked about it on the air before.
That's probably why they're stopping it. I'm so excited. Every town I go in the Metro East, Scooters is opening in that town.
Yeah, if there's not one there, there's like a building being put up.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Love to
Scooters,
see
let's go.
Hurry up.
St. Louis County Scooters, please. I would go there all the time.
Yeah.
Next question. What is your next big purchase? Anybody have one? We all should have one.
I mean, I will say we are very much so looking at building a house.
Ooh.
So that would be a very big purchase.
Biggest purchase you could have.
Definitely would like to sell my house now because there's a pretty penny to be made with the equity that's in my house. But what do we do while we build the house? Mom and Dad?
Wiggins, do you have a big purchase?
Well,
here?
we're always looking at real estate too, so that's probably our next big purchase. But personally, we're looking to buy.
Was that a brag?
No, I had to qualify because that's our next big purchase.
Was that a brag?
It would be a house.
It was a brag.
But it's not. It's just a rental house. So
humble
it's not
brag.
it's not like fun. I want to use it.
Now he's saying it's an extra house.
Now he's a tycoon.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's a Hamptons
Wing.
house. It is what it is.
Real estate mogul Ryan Wiggins.
I mean, when you buy something either in
Do you summer
Beverly
in any
Hills
of these houses?
or Hamptons, that you get, you're getting a Hamptons house. Like it's just what it is.
Brad, what's your next big purchase?
Man,
I didn't even answer. Go ahead.
But you did.
Yeah. You know what?
You
Go
gave
ahead,
an
Brad.
answer.
Yeah, this is not as big as any of those, but I'm looking at buying a bunch of material so that I can fix up one of my old vehicles.
What kind of vehicle?
It's an old pickup truck.
What kind?
It's a 97, so it's not like old. It's my old work truck, but it's rusting and falling apart, and so I'm buying different body panels, and I'm going to build a flatbed for it and maybe put a cool engine in it.
You want Ryan to help you with that?
No.
I can. You know what I really want though?
Ryan's the guy who just hangs out in the garage and talks to you
Unless
the
he
whole
wants
time.
to pay for it.
And I drink your beer.
And if he wants to pay for it, he can hang out and talk to me while I'm working the whole time.
Brad, here's a project for the Annie Fry Show. Me and you, we buy an old 70s limo and we fix it up, and that is where we go on our little remote broadcast, is in the Annie Fry Show 70s
in
limo.
a limo.
Yeah, shag carpet, disco ball inside.
Ryan's thought about this a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just coming up with this right now.
Scroll the Facebook Marketplace.
Hannah, what's yours?
My next big purchase, let's see. I bought a brand new car in August from Cassins, and my next big purchase will be to kind of doll it up a little bit.
An extra car?
No, to get the windows tinted, get new rims, things.
Yes.
Okay.
I know the place, Hannah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Real quick, moving around, who is your first celebrity crush?
Elizabeth Shue,
Oh,
I don't know who that is. What is there?
Adventures in Babysitting.
I see that.
Is this like your personal babysitter?
Yeah, not the movie.
She was a celebrity
She
to
went,
me.
she went on to
She's a rock star. She rocked my
Yeah,
world.
she was
be
from,
in some
she was
movies.
from Belleville.
Jay Haas, also from Belleville.
Hannah,
Mine was Matthew McConaughey.
not a bad choice.
I think it was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
From,
Movies? I don't remember.
I mean, there wasn't like a movie that.
No, there wasn't a movie that like made me go, ooh.
As far as movies go, I would consider her Jennifer Average Hewitt.
Annie, who was yours?
I would say Jonathan Taylor Thomas had it bad for JTT, but
Didn't we all?
He probably did. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
I really liked the kid who was in Free Willy, but I don't know what his name was.
You liked that kid?
Yeah, he was so cute.
Oh, that kid was a dork.
They
And
all
he
looked the same.
But he needed a friend. I was like, I'll be your friend.
Hey, buddy.
Your girl?
I was 10. Yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. What's that mean?
We don't know.
We get to pet whales.
See, that's cool. When
That
you're,
would be cool if you're 10.
Yeah, you're 10. Anyway,
Celebrity crush.
Brad, you got a
That
question?
Kid.
Yeah. What was?
It's your first celebrity crush.
I mean, don't even know his name.
I wasn't like her who was crushing on people who are 60 years older than me.
Who's your first celebrity crush? Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes.
Hey,
I don't even know who that is, but
Google it. Yeah,
He looks real good coming out of a cocoon.
I have already had to Google Wilford Brimley. You brought him up before,
Yeah.
but he's in The Natural, isn't
You
he?
just Googled him, didn't you?
So.
Yeah.
Cocoon,
Brad,
The
you got a
Natural,
question?
Our
Yeah.
House.
What was your favorite childhood memory, or what is your favorite childhood memory? It doesn't have to be a specific memory, but like it could be
question.
That is a huge question.
like mine is spending the summers at my grandparents' house, and like I remember having dinner with my grandma, helping my uncles and my grandpa around the farm, and when he would work on his race car and all those other things, and just those summers, playing in the dirt and having a good time.
I think my favorite childhood memory would be my junior high sports that I got to play and be competitive in with the friends that I still have, like lifelong friends from that, just the whole thing.
My favorite childhood memory easily is spending time with my sisters and my cousin at my grandma's house. We were there all the time. My grandma was super involved with us. She would play with us. She recorded basically our whole childhood. So she made us feel like little celebrities, and I loved
What did
spending
she
time with her.
record your childhood on?
Like a huge...
Was it? I was going to say
the
that
shoulder camera.
If you wanted to video something when we were growing up, it went on your shoulder.
Yes.
It took a VHS tape in it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm having trouble getting the VHS film to where I can access it
Be
now.
visible?
Because I can't do anything with it. But yeah, she had this black huge camera she would put on her shoulder and recorded us, and it was so fun.
Ryan, you have a question?
Yeah, my question.
Oh, wait, did you tell us your
Well, no, but so one side of the family, it was my grandma Wiggins would play Uno with me when I was a kid, which was just great. It
Fry
was like,
family loves Uno.
I love
and it was just
Uno.
like personal attention. I'm going to do this because I like you. And I went, oh wow, I get to play Uno with grandma. The other is my other grandma, who's now deceased. She had no toys at her whole house. She had a drawer with a ruler and a pen in it. And that was it. And maybe a Rubik's Cube. So I would go out to the garage and smash cans with this thing that my grandpa made that you could just lift it up and drop it on a can. It was awesome.
She had toys. She just hid them from you.
Yeah, because I'd break everything.
you have a
You're
question?
going to break them. Yeah, something that you used to like that you either don't care about anymore or you actively don't like anymore.
Is this a thing or a person?
Anything. You can be a person if you want to. It can be AI.
Ryan's like Starbucks.
Yeah, because mine is the chai tea price at Starbucks. No, mine, I realized the other day when I went to go get some chips that it is barbecue chips. Used to love barbecue chips. Can't stand even to think about eating them anymore. I don't know what happened either. And then I wrote down that question for Ask Me Anything in the store.
You're all mad.
Yeah,
You're like,
mine is the NFL, and that really started when the Rams left. And it's not that I hate it or have any sort of vendetta against it. I just literally do not care about it anymore. I can't watch a football game and get into it or anything. But if I watch the Battlehawks, then I'm into it. But I think it's more because I have a home team and somebody to root for, and I'm a home team fan, and that's why I like the teams that I like.
Hannah, you got something?
I can't think of anything.
I would
have
say
some people that I used to like that I don't anymore, but we won't out them.
Oh, we should do a go live after the show. You don't know what that means, but we want credit for the thought. I would say that mine is sports nerdery.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked in sports talk radio for 3 years. I'm not saying that I would never work in sports talk radio again. I don't want to push away any potential employers in the future if this doesn't work out.
You know what I just suddenly love again is sports.
Well, I do love sports, but the idea of just like bleacher seat sports talk radio, or the idea of spending a lot of time and energy worrying about sports, professional sports. It has completely and totally become entertainment for me, not a hobby. And if it gets away from entertainment into, like, if I'm watching it and it is stressing me out at all, I'm done. I don't have time for that. I got too many other things in the way that are...
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody. You want to do a listener question?
Yep. Hunter from YouTube asked for Annie. Is it worth paying more money to stay at a Disney resort rather than an off-resort Disney hotel?
Hunter, good question. Twofold answer. If the only way that you can afford to go is to stay off property, go and stay off property. If you can make it work to stay on property, absolutely worth the investment to do that. All right. Well, I'll do rapid fire when we come back.
Can I read Dirk's comment really quick?
Yeah.
It's so funny. He says, my grandma taught me how to play poker when I was 4. My kindergarten teacher had to talk to my parents because I wanted to play poker all the time.
That's the coolest grandma thing ever.
That is so cute.
4-year-old with a green visor on.
What is something the algorithm keeps serving up to you that you have no idea why? And I will tell you that mine is Jeopardy.
Really?
I get every Jeopardy story that is out there, which I don't, because people can pay to show up and be seen as relevant. You're not going to like that. But people can buy keywords or whatever so that they are served more to a group of people that said product or service thinks that I value Jeopardy. I don't. I'm saying this out loud right now so that you hear me on my phone. I don't care about Jeopardy.
You have to say it out loud in this way, though. You have to say Jeopardy,
Don't
negative.
screw it up.
Jeopardy
Bad.
Yeah.
Jeopardy not get my money.
Yeah.
Or eyes or time.
Say Wheel of Fortune.
I get that too.
Ugh.
But why is it that if Pat Sajak has a controversial situation on Wheel of Fortune that I need to know about it?
Hey, you're not alone, though.
And what is a Pat Sajak Wheel of Fortune controversial situation? There is a weekly story about Wheel of Fortune on Fox News.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I'll click on them once in a while, but this is just too much, Fox.
I went through my Facebook feed and deleted all of the things that Facebook had gleaned on me. And then I started sending you guys some of the screenshots of things that are like, and it was like inappropriate for my eyes. So it's like, naturally, I have to share it with people. Anything you can think of, like just repeated stories or subjects that you're like, why? I don't care about Kim Kardashian or something like that.
I get lots of ads for men's cowboy boots. I don't know why. I've never looked up men's cowboy boots.
It knows you like country music.
It's
I bet
all
that's
that
part
Morgan
of it.
Wallen.
You think?
Oh
Love
yeah,
Morgan
for
Wallen.
sure.
Huh. Well,
I get ads and stuff for stuff that I haven't even looked up on the particular app. It's just stuff that I've talked about with people.
yeah, that is scary. I also, if you look up one thing, it's everywhere. It never goes away. So be careful what you Google because it never goes away.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing big prosthetic breasts.
I know.
Yeah, for purchase.
know.
If you don't know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you.
No, don't worry about it.
You just rewind on the Odyssey app to 12 o'clock or don't. And
You know what's great is that if you are listening to this in your car or at work with the phone in your pocket, you're going to get ads for all these things now.
I'm scrolling through my feed right now to see if there's anything in here that I'm like, what is going on? Can you think of anything?
Oh, yeah, I can tell you one. It hasn't changed. It's been months and months. Go ahead. Go ahead. Your
LeVar
revelation
Burton's
first.
Jeopardy dream not coming
Unbelievable.
true led to Bliss working with his daughter on Picard. I don't know what that means.
It's got to be an age group thing because I've got the same story. I don't know why. I don't care.
LeVar Burton? The only thing I know is Reading Rainbow. That's it. No. And this guy.
Star Trek. Yeah.
What's his
Geordie LaForge.
Geordie LaForge. He had the eye thing. I would always put my headband down over my eyes and act like I
Would you do like a robot?
I did it too.
But he wasn't a robot.
No.
I did it too.
That would be Data. And everybody knows that. You put your headband down
I
over your
didn't
eyes
know my
too?
headband, my sister's headband, but yeah.
That's even weirder. What's your thing?
It's Keanu Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
The algorithm thinks I love Keanu Reeves and wants me to not only know that his movies are out there, but how good of a guy he is.
Yeah. There's somebody really invested in that.
I guess somebody wants me to know.
If Keanu Reeves is that good of a guy, it can't be him that's invested in that.
I don't know. Maybe
it's
it is
probably
him.
his she looks much older girlfriend, which I know because
because
been,
the algorithm.
I don't read the articles.
Yeah.
And if I ever click on one of those articles accidentally, I'm like, oh,
I know.
Gosh,
I
dang
know.
it. Undo the click. Erase it from the algorithm.
He took his mom to the Oscars. Oh, neat. What a guy.
You need a minute?
He just gave $5 to a guy on a bus. Man, what a thoughtful. He bought Rolexes for the entire cast of John Wick 4.
All right.
Here's something the algorithm thinks I need to know. Radiohead's Johnny Greenwood is selling olive oil now.
Wow.
I don't know any of that. Oh my gosh. Rapid fire for you guys when we come back. Don't go away.
St. Louis's home. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom. And when they come home,
I had just come home from serving over in Germany. Next thing I know, it was 3 weeks later. I was paralyzed.
While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open, and I broke my neck. It left me paralyzed for the rest of my life.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America, because they've kept their promise to never leave a fallen soldier behind. A roof over their heads, accessible homes, cars, jobs, benefits.
PVA has brought me back to life.
Show them their sacrifice hasn't been in vain. Go to PVA.org to learn how you can make a difference.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com or call us toll-free at 888-367-6512.
Friends of Fisher House St. Louis is on a mission to ensure military and veterans family members can be with their loved ones receiving medical treatment in St. Louis. And 97.1 FM Talk is on a mission to help. Friends of Fisher House St. Louis is celebrating 12 years of serving more than 13,000 guests and saving them millions of dollars so they can be with loved ones. There are many ways to help Friends of Fisher House in St. Louis. Find out how you can get involved at 971talk.com/care.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is proud to support Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. Sign your veteran up for the Honor Flight today at gsl.honorflight.org. And for heating services, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Connect with the personalities and give your feedback. 97.1 FM Talk is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For content that's additional to the radio, join us there. Listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
So they're reporting right now on Fox News that it's apparently too hot, too fast in New York City. Potential record highs coming up here. There's 90 degrees. The old record was 88. Oh, look at that. In Hartford, Connecticut in 1977, it was 86 degrees. That was a perfect day. Wouldn't you agree?
No. They can't stand the heat in Hartford, then they need to get out of the kitchen. That's what I say.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, get out of there.
Be New York. What is the perfect outdoor temperature? If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, that's today's poll question. We all put down what we think our perfect temperature is. We're going to see who you all agree with the most. Ryan says 71 degrees. Brad says 73. Hannah says 78. I said 86. 6. Go to the Annie Fry YouTube channel and let us know what you think. And you can leave comments. Hannah will feature those a little bit later in the show. All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire?
Let's do this.
You can't waffle. You got to be.
You got to go. Okay.
That makes me think of another question.
This is going to be tough because I waffle a lot, as you know.
I think I already know your
I waffle and pancake
question.
and a sausage.
Call Ryan the Eggo Man.
Waffle, pancake, or crepe?
Crepe.
Waffle.
Waffle.
I might go crepe. It's definitely crepe, waffle, pancake, though.
Savory crepe or sweet crepe?
Sweet.
Yeah, me too. Duh.
Crepe, butter, maple syrup. Done. Anywho, beach, boat, or back deck?
Boat.
Boat.
Beach.
Back deck.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. If I'm on a boat, I'm yelling it. I'm on a boat.
That's all you can say.
That's it.
Burger, brat, or hot dog?
Ooh.
Burger.
On the grill.
Burger.
Brat.
I think a good burger.
It would have been brat, but then because of my heart, I can't have those anymore.
Oh.
I'm so sad, so I have to have the burger.
Can you eat a hot dog?
Nope.
Just a burger.
I got a hot dog at Busch Stadium last night, and it was $8.75.
Was it delicious?
It was super good.
Did you know that Stewie has a hot dog stand in Busch Stadium? It's the kosher hot dog stand. It's behind like maybe 152 or 153.
I should have went there.
Back by home plate.
I went to a game with him one time a couple years ago, and he was like, "You want a hot dog?" And here's how I eat my hot dogs, folks. At home, if I'm making the perfect hot dog for me, white bunny bread. It's whole wheat white, but it's white. White bunny bread, a slice of American cheese out of like a wrapper, or we get the like economy size.
Yep.
Microwave it, ketchup.
Really?
That is
It's next level. Don't
almost
knock it.
sinful.
You're talking about the ingredients. I thought when you said I eat a hot dog, here's how I eat it. You're gonna say like a corn on the cob, like a typewriter or something. Like
That's exactly how I would expect you to take that content. Lemonade, iced tea, or water in the summer. Hot day, refreshing. What is it? Lemonade, iced tea, water.
H2O. I got sick off of lemonade.
Iced tea.
What was in the lemonade?
Vodka.
So I think you got sick off the vodka. I think you're taking out on lemonade what isn't lemonade's fault.
I know.
Lemonade didn't do anything to you. I choose water.
Really?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Iced tea, but
Iced tea?
unsweet. No sweetener.
I say iced tea. I think an unsweet iced tea is about as refreshing as it gets. Cookie, cake, or pie?
Cookie cake.
Not cookie cake.
Oh.
Cookie, comma, cake, comma, or pie. 'Cause
Cookie.
The Oxford comma is
Yeah.
appropriate.
Eats, shoots, and leaves. Eats, shoots, and leaves. That's a book. It's a grammar book. Teaching you how to use commas.
I say something that may make sense to some people, but not all, and then Ryan clarifies what I say by making it more confusing. Welcome to the Annie Fry Show. It's great to be here with you today.
Cookie. No, pie. Dang it, I waffled.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, but somebody's presenting these things to me. I have to pick one.
Which is it?
It depends on the type of pie, so I'm going to pick cookie. Oh, that depends on the type of cookie. Ah! What's happening?
What is it? Which one?
Lemon meringue?
It's your favorite, but
What? Why is that funny?
I think your answer is it's pie.
It's pie.
It's pie.
Just put your best whatever in each of those
This is
categories.
Is
Okay.
this a conversation that you needed to have? Have you been waiting for this moment?
Yeah.
Why are you sweating?
Harder than
Are
it
you
seems like it
crying?
should be. I mean, it's like you put me in the I don't even know what.
It's like a moral quandary for him. He's sitting there, it's like, should I pull the lever and kill the 5 people I don't know, or should I
He's short
pull the lever and let the one person I do know die?
He doesn't even have words any longer.
Because I'm thinking about the type of pie with the type of meringue, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a fantastic pie from Blue Springs. I want that one. I want that one. Or Diamond Mineral Springs, either one.
Mile High Pies
That's
from
fantastic.
Chicken Something Hill. What do you think?
Cookie.
Cookie? What kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip. No chocolate chips.
What?
Chocolate chip cookie, no chocolate chips.
What in the world? Why?
That's so dumb that he'd say.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. It's
But why would you call it a chocolate chip
with
cookie?
no
Pick out the chocolate
because
chips?
it's not a sugar cookie. And if I have my wife make chocolate chip cookies, she makes some dough.
Wait. If you what?
Have my wife make chocolate chip cookies.
Get in there and make those cookies. But I
She's
don't want
not
you
out
to
there
put
playing
any chocolate.
basketball, and I'm telling her to make chocolate chip cookies.
She's out in the yard having fun with her friends.
If she were out there playing basketball and you wanted cookies,
That's a
what would
great
go down
shot. Now go
next?
make me some cookies.
When I have my wife make me cookies.
Honey, I know you're sledding and having a great time, but I need cookies right now. And if you put a chocolate chip in those, you're going to hear about it. Now get
Did
in
she
here.
pick out the chocolate chips for you?
No, she just doesn't put them in the dough.
I like the idea that she's picking them out of each one
I know.
for him out of a pre-made dough.
The chips out of this for me.
Pick the chips out of that right now.
Well, my wife
You know
doesn't.
I don't like those.
What kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip
With or without chocolate chips?
With chocolate chips. No one
Sweet or
being
semi-sweet?
demanded to cook me them.
Nuts or no nuts?
No nuts here.
No nuts.
We know.
If I taste a nut, I am not. Dang it. I'm not eating that.
no.
I'm not eating it. If there's a nut in it, I'm not putting it in my mouth. Annie knew. She knew what she was doing. She's a pro.
Excuse me?
Shoot. What about you, Annie? Nuts or no nuts?
Nuts. Big fan.
I'm going to text Jared.
He knows.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, when I have him make me cookies, I say, with nuts.
Do you want the usual, honey?
Oh, what is happening?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Laundry dishes, doing laundry, the dishes, or floors? What are you picking?
Ooh. Floors.
Dishes.
I'm going to say floors because I don't think I can screw that up.
How do you mess up the dishes?
Oh, don't ask.
Seriously?
He's usually dropping something or cutting myself on a knife or something that's in the dishes.
My gosh. That's not that tough to
Laundry,
not do.
dishes, or floors?
Dishes.
Floors. Does anybody pick laundry?
No way.
Is there a worse chore than laundry?
No.
My mom's going to text me. She loves doing laundry.
Well, I'll pay her to come do mine. My goodness. Traveling by plane, train, or automobile?
Plane.
Automobile.
Train.
What's your problem? Why did that stump you?
I don't know, because I got to think of all the scenarios again, like the pie.
Plane, because it's the fastest way to get there. A great piece of pizza, a great taco, or a great burger?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Burger.
Burger. For sure. All right. Well, hopefully you guys had some fun with us
With
there.
or without nuts?
Burgers?
Yeah.
No nuts.
No nuts. Okay.
Absolutely no nuts. I know how you like them, though. What is the perfect outdoor temperature in the YouTube live chat poll? We'll be right back.
I think we can all agree the state of the economy right now is far from certain. Whether you believe the economy is temporarily stalled or we are looking at a recession, I think we can agree the outlook for growth is probably quarters, not months away for most of our organizations. When it comes to technology, companies we talk to discuss the rising costs and lack of quality IT staff as a primary concern. At Acropolis, we have a proven process, a better way to help you manage IT. During the last 3 downturns, we have seen some of St. Louis's best companies turn to us for help. If you have 30 or 300 users, we can reduce your overall IT cost, add technical depth and capability without sacrificing your planned strategic technology budget. We can help you protect the business you built, optimize your IT spend, and position your organization for growth. If you have no IT staff or an IT department, we have helped many companies reduce costs while increasing capabilities of your existing team, or if it makes sense for your business, we can just be the team. Visit us on the web at acropolistech.com for a no-hassle consultation. Protect, optimize, grow. At Acropolis, we're here to help.
Has anyone seen Roger? Where's Roger? It's time to open the jewelry store.
Where is everyone?
Did they all take the day off?
At traditional jewelry stores everywhere, employees are quiet quitting and going to Diamonds Direct. Not just to work, but to shop. That's because even with employee discounts, Diamonds Direct offers all shoppers better selection and much better value. As a true direct importer of diamonds, Diamonds Direct has long-standing relationships deep in the world diamond industry, as well as the best diamond cutters across the globe, so they can say the quiet part out loud without the middleman markups. Diamonds Direct offers customers bigger, higher quality diamonds at a lower cost every day. Not to mention the best selection, the best customer service, best warranties, and best overall experience.
Hello.
Quiet quit paying too much for your diamonds. Go to Diamonds Direct. You won't be alone in how happy you are. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. Get details, directions, showroom hours, and more at diamondsdirect.com.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify your earnings, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, manage your benefits, and even change your address, all from the comfort of your home. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The U.S. government is coming for the sons of El Chapo. I'm Eben Brown, Fox News. The sons of the infamous drug lord, who himself is in a U.S. prison, are now facing federal charges, even though they are in Mexico.
More than 24 members of Mexico's Sinaloa cartel are charged in the U.S. with a sprawling fentanyl trafficking scheme. Among the accused, the sons of drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
Known as the Chapitos, who are sons of the now imprisoned former head of the cartel, known as El Chapo.
Attorney General Merrick Garland says Chinese and Guatemalan citizens are also indicted, accused of supplying chemicals to produce fentanyl. Several defendants have been arrested and are being detained outside the U.S. The DEA says most of the fentanyl trafficked in the U.S. comes from the Sinaloa cartel. Drug overdoses accounted for 107,000 American deaths in 2021. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The 21-year-old Air National Guardsman from Massachusetts who allegedly stole and published classified information will remain in federal lockup, but lawmakers on Capitol Hill are wondering why he was given such high clearance at the Pentagon anyway.
There's a concept in classified information called need to know, and they haven't demonstrated why this individual had access to something that he didn't have a need to know.
California Republican Congressman Darrell Issa, DOD employees are now being told not to download or print sensitive material. 2 more NBA teams will find out tonight if they go to the playoffs. It could be either the Chicago Bulls or the Miami Heat or the Oklahoma City Thunder or Minnesota Timberwolves. They all play tonight. And in Major League Baseball, if the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Blue Jays in Toronto tonight, their record will be 14-0, and that'll be a new record. Stocks have been pretty far off today. The Dow still down around 200 points. America is listening to Fox News.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Keeping the warm times going as we go through our Friday afternoon. Partly sunny, 78 for the high. Partly cloudy skies, the overnight low 58. Saturday, changeable skies. We'll see some sun in the morning, but also see some showers and thunderstorms around in the afternoon. Windy and 78, still mild Saturday. Partly cloudy and cooler Saturday night. And Sunday, partly sunny, windy, much cooler, 58. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
I want to remind you once again to go to Fountains Family Dentistry and get checked for sleep apnea ahead of time. Now, you don't have to do that, but if you're not sleeping well, they can fix that problem for you. You don't necessarily have to have the diagnosis, but that helps. If you go there, they're going to tell you whether or not that is a problem for you based on snoring. They'll ask you some questions like that, and they can get you fitted with one of those mouth guards. Now, they call it sleep medicine, but I don't like that they call it that because there's no medicine involved. And that's one of the biggest selling points of these things. You don't have to take melatonin. You don't have to do anything. You just put this in your mouth like a retainer, like when you're a teenager at night, and you sleep better. It's so easy that I want to get a second one now to take with me traveling because I always have to pack mine up and take it with me, but it's really not hard. Nothing like a CPAP to do. It's very, very easy to do, but I just want to have one for my vacation so I don't have to think about packing anything. That's how much I need this thing because I sleep so well with it and have for years. So get checked, but you don't have to. Go to Fountain Family Dentistry. They can actually do most of that for you. Fountains Family Dentistry is in Fairview Heights, Illinois. FountainsFamilyDentistry.com.
If you're experiencing a spring hiring rush, then you need Indeed. Their powerful all-in-one hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Want to find your next great hire? Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Awesome. That's what I'm talking about.
97.1 FM Talk.
I look forward to hearing the station all day.
Everyone is welcome.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Like, you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Well, welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Beautiful day outside, Friday afternoon. The computer right now says, Hannah, 78 degrees and mostly sunny.
Perfect temperature.
We've got a couple guests in here, Andrew and Haze, in to play X's and O's. I'm going to ask you guys a poll question for today.
Mm-hmm.
People can go onto the Annie Frey YouTube channel and vote in the live chat portion of today's live broadcast who you agree with. What is the perfect outdoor temperature? Do you just want to tell us what your perfect temperature is?
Yeah, because I think the perfect temperature of heaven would be 72 degrees.
Okay. I like that answer.
Yeah.
I literally was going to say 72 degrees.
72 degrees?
Yep.
So Ryan said 71.
Okay.
Brad said, no, wait. Ryan said 71. Brad said 73. So you split the difference there.
Wow.
Hannah said 78, and I said 86.
Well, of course. Because it isn't a known fact. I'm not saying, but like female skin is thinner. That's why.
I think
it is. It's a fact, I think. I'm not a doctor at all. I just talk up.
Wait a second. You're not a doctor? Get the heck out of here.
I just talk up Justin Bieber records on Y98.
Yeah,
but
it's close
I've
to
heard
being-
this. That's why there's always a battle on the thermostat with the thermostat.
I was really kind of taken aback by the comment from somebody who I'm not even going to mention on the air. It was said that my favorite temperature would drop like by 10 degrees in about 10 years. And I think I know what you're saying. And I'm not okay with that. Whoa! I have not associated my life yet with menopause. I'm
there
still
it is.
of good childbearing age. I am still in my prime. Now you know.
Metaprime is what you call that.
I think it's your turn.
Is it?
I don't even know what you just said.
I said Metaprime.
Is Todd the drummer here?
I don't know. Todd!
Get him in here.
There he is.
Brad, that was your job to have Todd in here ready to go when it was time.
I had to yell for him on the radio.
X's and O's?
X's and O's is a game. It is the most dangerous game because somebody walks away a winner, somebody walks away dead.
Whoa. Oh, we added that element
Oh,
this
yeah.
week.
Sorry. I forgot to tell you guys that.
I didn't mention that when I invited John, did I?
I got a few phone calls to make
Yeah, I think I got
for
a
Drew.
meeting.
Oh, here we go. Oh. So this game is, the reason it's so deadly is because it's based on tic-tac-toe. One person is X's, the other person is O's.
Are you rapping? Are you rhyming?
I don't know, maybe.
Ryan's take on slam poetry.
Just comes naturally.
We do need to make you do this one time only in
Rhymes?
Limerick. Yeah.
It was when he heard Nelly for the first time.
Oh my gosh, no joke.
All right, here's how we're going to do this. It's Haze, it's Drew. One is a man from Nantucket. Can I do that? If we're doing Limerick, never mind. So they are both contestants here on X's and O's. The board is behind you, gentlemen. 1 through 9, the squares are numbered. There is a corresponding question for each one of those numbers. Haze, you've done this before. Drew, have you done this before?
It was Drew and I.
It was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Who won last time?
Drew.
Okay, good.
He's trying to defend the title.
Trying to defend the title.
So you guys both know that you have 3 experts in front of you. It's Annie, Hannah, and Brad. You will choose one of them to answer the question for you up to 3 times they can each answer. And then you will simply agree or disagree for the square. If you get it wrong, you lose the square. And we go all the way till we finish all 9 to see who wins, because there can be ties. Who wants to go first? Since Drew won last time, does he go first?
I'd say that's only
okay.
fair.
All right. Pick the square. You can get us started.
I am going to go with 9.
Bottom right.
9. And who is going to answer the first question on the board?
I forgot I have to pick before you ask the question. I'm going to go with Annie.
Annie. This is...
Golf clap.
Yeah.
Joe
this
Biden.
is over and under.
Mm-hmm.
The XFL's St. Louis Battlehawks shattered attendance records this season with the biggest crowds in XFL's history. Was their biggest single game crowd over or under 40,000 people in the Dome?
I think it was under. I thought it was 33,000. That's my best guess.
You're locking it in at under.
Yeah.
Okay. Drew?
I agree, but I think it was like 35 and some change.
Both of you are right.
Whoop, whoop.
And Drew was actually more right, because the
35?
highest was 3,800.
Ooh, that's even closer.
Or
than I thought.
38,000, sorry.
I think
100.
33 might have been the last number I saw, and then maybe they since eclipsed the 33.
Well, I think that could have been one of the, like, might have been the most recent number.
The number that the highest number beat the Battlehawks' last highest number, as I understood it.
Yeah.
Caw.
All right.
Caw.
Were you an X or an O? What do you want to be?
I'll be an X.
And you were 9?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Haze?
I'm going to go with Brad.
All right, let's do this, Haze.
All right, let's go.
Okay, you'll have to pick square now.
Oh, yeah, I have to do that. I'm going to go with, let's do number 1.
Number 1.
Top left.
Brad, another sports question. Reports are that NBA owner Dan Snyder has reached a deal to sell his team, the Commanders, for roughly $6 billion. Magic Johnson is also a part of the ownership team. What city do the NBA's Commanders call home?
Did you say the NBA?
This
what
isn't
do you
good.
What did you just
This
say?
isn't good so far.
NBA.
I did not say
Commanders.
the MBA.
Yeah, the NBA
I'm sorry.
Commanders.
I'm sorry. The Commanders.
The Commanders.
Yes.
This is a trick question.
This is not looking good for me.
This is a trick question. I don't know how he's going to do this, because the Commanders, the Washington Commanders in Washington, D.C. are an NFL team. But this is NBA.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think Ryan knows that.
I think Ryan read an article and wrote a question this morning a little too fast. I think you should just say whatever you just said.
So the Washington.
Yeah, please.
Washington, D.C.
I'm going to agree.
Yeah, I think you should.
Brad goes.
I think I would agree.
I think you just
NBA, and Ryan goes, I'm not saying MBA.
You idiot.
Yeah. What a dummy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He said it once. I thought maybe it was a slip of the tongue. Then he said it again. I was like, oh.
It was not a slip of the tongue.
It's a trick question.
No, and it was not a trick question. It was a trick idiot.
Well, thank you for that.
Good trick.
Yeah, good job. And you still did it. So you still got the square. Man, I'm telling you what. Some of these questions this morning, I was like, ooh, gotta move. That was one of them. All right, Drew, you're up.
Number 3, Hannah.
Top right.
Number 3, Hannah. Guess what?
Stumbled into sound.
Joe Biden.
As usual, you're the first person to get one of these questions. Number 3 is a sound AI question, which means this is a real clip from this week. It has been run through AI software. Tell me who said this.
I'm announcing my exploratory committee for President of the United States. I will defend the Judeo-Christian foundation our nation is built on.
Incorrect. That was Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm announcing my exploratory committee for
Doesn't that sound
President
like her?
of the United States. I will defend the Judeo-Christian foundation our nation is built on.
Pepper.
Okay. Agree
I'd vote for
or
her
disagree?
Over Joe Biden.
Or you're saying Tim Scott.
Tim Scott.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree.
You are correct.
I'm announcing my exploratory committee for President of the United States. I will defend the Judeo-Christian foundation our nation is built on.
There you go.
When you start rhyming, will you use that music bed?
I don't know. It's going to be tough to hit a beat. You know? It doesn't seem like one you could really move
Only
with.
if you're bad at it.
Okay.
Which is really what I'm hoping for.
All right.
Best for the
I
show.
will be. What's up next here?
I'm going to have to go with 6.
Number 6.
Center right.
And then Annie.
Let's do this.
Okay, Annie, I'm going to play for you an unaltered clip.
Okay.
Here we go. Whoa, no, not that one. This one.
Extreme MAGA Republicans don't want the children of America to learn about the Holocaust.
Now, there is one more thing I could tell you about this person, but I'm going to ask you before I do, who is speaking in that clip?
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Okay? Agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree.
You should.
Yeah, you should. I didn't even have to give the rest of the clip.
I mean, I had no clue. I'm going to come over here on your show, the Annie Frey Show, and you definitely will know the answer. And you did. So there we go.
Yes.
Brad was just educating Ryan.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What was the
And
rest of the
myself.
question?
The rest of it was just, that's the U.S. House Minority Leader speaking.
Oh, okay.
if you looked like you were struggling, I was going to add that.
Yeah, he's been in the news this week.
Yeah, a bit.
Not so great.
Not good news.
No. All right. Still an even board.
Yep.
Drew?
I got to go with 7.
7.
left.
And I'm going to go with Brett.
Brad,
I mean, sorry.
Oh, man.
I know. I don't know why.
Takes me back.
All right, Brett, you ready?
Yep.
All right. This is a sports question, so clearly I'm going to have this on you, so hopefully you don't get this right. This would be great if you missed this one.
This would
really
be.
feel good. The Blues lost yesterday to the Dallas Stars in a 1-0 game. Please tell me that's right.
You just tell me the league they're in.
That'd be the MLB.
The MLB.
The MLB, St. Louis Blues.
Yeah.
How many games do the Blues have left this season?
There's 0 games left this season.
For the Blues. Drew, agree or disagree?
He seemed pretty confident. I'm going to agree with him.
He is correct. Yeah, that was it.
That's a season.
Ooh.
That's a season.
Brutal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put that one in the books, close that book, and throw that one away.
Right.
All right. Still nobody's jumping out to a lead here.
We're going to finish this game in this segment, and I'm okay. Let's just keep going.
You want to do it?
Yeah, go.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool. I'm going to have to go with 5.
Number
square.
5.
And I'm going to go with Hannah.
Okay.
You got to be kidding me, Hannah.
Oh, my God.
Every time.
Joe Biden.
This is stumbled into sound. In that, this is Sound AI. Again, a real clip from this week run through AI software. So it's not going to sound like the person, but it's a real quote. Tell me who said this.
You say you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example. Not even one.
That's all you get, Hannah. That's all you get. Who said that?
Play it again.
Sam.
Yes, ma'am.
You say you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example. Not even one.
Ooh, I feel like I've heard that.
Do you listen to the Annie Frey Show frequently?
Only when she has to.
Well, I'm thinking of
Ooh.
Elon Musk.
Ooh. With a question mark or a period?
That's up to Haze to decide.
Man, I'd say I agree.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I do.
With a question mark or a period?
With a dot. I agree.
All right, with the ellipse,
And you said you've seen more hateful content than you
Nice. We got a game.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys worked that one out. Good job.
That's good.
That's
Exclamation
impressive.
mark.
We did play that sound.
Yes, you did. That was a big story this week. BBC is who he was talking to. I could have asked that one. All right. Still nobody. Still an open board, but it's getting kind of tight here.
Yeah. It's either I go for the win or I go for the block.
Yeah.
I got to go for the win.
That's what you got to do.
You're going to go for the win?
So, number 8.
All right.
And I'm going to go with Annie.
Yes.
That's your last one, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is another one with sound.
I hope it's Joe Biden.
Here we go.
Nobody can hear you flapping your arms to get ready to ask this question.
That's all right. You guys can see it. That's all.
Theater of the mind.
Tucker Carlson interviewed Donald Trump and talked about a wide range of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Here is one question he asked about the possibility of Biden not running.
So if he doesn't run, if he's taken out by his own party, or who knows what happens, but it doesn't seem like he's capable of running again, who does run? Well,
Trump went on to answer that question. How did he answer? Who is he saying he thinks would be the most likely nominee if Biden does not run?
Kamala Harris, Vice President.
Is that a question mark or an ellipse or a
What's it sound
period?
like? Period.
Sounds like an exclamation point.
I'm gonna go with Annie on this one. I agree.
For the initial win, anyway, because he could come back and tie you. That is correct.
Yeah. Woo woo.
Yeah, Donald Trump said it would be Kamala if it wasn't Biden.
Because I went, what?
I was about to give me a circle.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was a wide-ranging interview. All right, there's the first tic-tac-toe.
He's begging for Kamala Harris.
Oh my gosh, I think aren't we all?
Yeah.
No.
What are you talking about?
What?
Is that a question mark?
Yeah.
Or a period.
Or a period.
An eclipse.
That was an eclipse. Yeah, total eclipse of the heart, in fact. Where you want to go?
I'm going to go with number 4.
Yep.
And then let's see. Let's go with Brad.
All right, Brad. Number 4. Travis Tritt dropped Bud Light from his tour rider, but a different musician added it to his because of, quote, dim-witted bigots who fear what they don't understand. The musician's name is Noodles, and he thinks he's pretty fly for a white guy. Noodles, along with Dexter Holland, form the majority of which 90s band?
Oh, man. 90s band, pretty fly for a white guy.
Haze?
The Offspring.
Is it? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
Man,
That's a
I had to
double.
think through that too.
Mm-hmm.
I had to see it next to, like, on LimeWire.
That's all me.
See it on LimeWire. I get you.
And I can see it.
That was a question made for me. Thank you, Brad.
So
I'm
we
glad
have
you knew
2
that.
tic-tac-toes.
This is great. This
We
is
do.
great drama because
And we
one of you
have
guys lives.
4 we have 4 X's and 4 O's.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It
the
really
game always
does.
up to me.
So the last square, 2, which is the top middle, can't give anybody a tic-tac-toe. Right?
Right.
Right. It's going to come down to total squares,
Let's go.
which means it comes down to whoever gets this question right. Well,
Okay.
because it's Drew's turn, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So if you get it right, you win. If you don't, you lose.
Okay.
No pressure.
And this is a great question to end on because it is
Massive.
not simple.
Z level kind of pressure.
Oh, it's huge.
level.
Absolutely
Z
massive.
level.
Double
Huge.
massive.
Well, because I might die.
Double massive.
Right.
Yeah, double mass.
Man.
Right. I know. If you don't know what we're referencing, don't even worry
Your
about
back
it.
might start hurting.
Yeah. That's a lot
That's
of
a
weight
lot
to
of-
carry
a lot
for
of
this
pressure.
one question. All right. I'm going to milk this thing for all it's worth. Yep.
Haze?
That's not the first time you've said that. Sorry.
Oh my God.
And the contestants are just realizing why we're making these jokes. So there you go. All right.
Zed.
That is.
Hannah. This is
Yes.
all on you now.
Okay, great.
All right. It's got some sound here. Democrat Representative Ro Khanna
Oh, jeez.
from California appeared on Fox News this week to criticize a fellow Democrat. Here's the sound.
She's unable to fulfill her duties. And I guess I don't know any other job where if you're unable to fulfill your duties, you can continue to have the position. So I think she should do the dignified thing. I respect her years of public service, and she should know when it's time to step aside.
Ooh, she should know when it's time to step aside. Talking about a fellow Democrat. Who is Ro Khanna talking about? Huh?
Kim Gardner?
Kim Gardner.
Not a bad answer.
Not a bad answer.
Not a bad answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Okay, I'm guessing it's.
I'm going to be the first one to disagree.
You sure?
Yes.
She is a Democrat.
I know.
That is correct.
Oh.
That is correct for the game, Drew.
Who was it?
Dianne Feinstein.
Oh. Who even is that? I don't know.
Right.
I never would have got that.
She's a United States Senator.
Yeah. And the balance of the Senate is kind of hanging in the balance.
Hey, good game, guys. We appreciate it.
Yes, that was really good.
Drew is undefeated now.
Ryan is going to go write up some more questions. We'll do it again when we come back. We appreciate you. Make sure you check out Haze over at Y98. And if you are looking to partner with the Annie Frey Show for any sponsorship opportunities, Drew's your guy. You can reach out to the Annie Frey Show. We'll put you in connection with him. Thanks. Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you.
On your victory.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you, Haze.
Hayes.
It's always great being here.
Hayes,
what-
we'll meet you out back in just a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, death.
Haze, what's yours?
Man, that's it.
Oh, shoot.
That's right.
Darn.
Oh, dang.
Real quick, in memoriam, your Instagram account for people can follow you.
Hayes on air. Haze, Hayes with a Z. Hayes on air. There
All
it is.
right, let's take a quick break. More Annie Frey Show in just a minute.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Dr. Ursula Whiteside talks about the toll relationships take on our mental health.
You actually have control over that. There's going to be some amount that no matter what, you're going to be in pain and have to go through. But if you let your brain spend all the time thinking about how great they were and how perfect and all that prevents you from moving through this and having a new life.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
Hi, this is Thomas Helbig with the Retirement Advisory Group.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw, Tom's nephew. As a family business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. What if it were possible to protect you from market downturns without having to make an emotional decision to buy or sell? What if you could take advantage of a strategy that would automatically take you out of harm's way during the bad years and position you for the growth opportunity during the good years?
The secret is in linking safely to the market without putting your principal at risk. By linking to the market instead of owning the market, you can participate safely on autopilot and lock in your gains without creating a taxable event. Go online at retirementkey.com for a no-obligation retirement review. Learn the strategies that have helped our clients retire with confidence for the past 36 years. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. So go online at retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Stop everything you're doing right now and ask yourself, are you currently receiving steady paychecks?
What about when you're retired? Will you receive a monthly check to cover your expenses and also have some fun? Marvin Mitchell and the team at Compass Retirement Solutions calls this mailbox money. It's a monthly check you'll receive throughout retirement. They don't want you to worry about if the money will show up or how much money you'll receive. The only thing they want you to think about is how to spend it when it arrives. Find out how to get enough money in your mailbox every month when you're retired. Call Marvin Mitchell and the Compass Retirement Solutions team at 314-373-1598 to start working on a plan that can help you create the monthly income you'll need in retirement. Call 314-373-1598 right now and schedule a visit with Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. We'll be planting and cleaning up at Tower Grove Park from 10 to noon on Friday, April 21st. It's our one day, one thing. Tower Grove Park is a National Historic Landmark park featuring grassy meadows, 7,000 trees, and flowers that make Tower Grove Park an important urban green space in the heart of South St. Louis. What's your one thing? Join us one day, one thing at Tower Grove Park, Friday, April 21st. Check out our station website for more details.
Want to listen to 97.1 outside the listening area? There's an app for that. Download the Odyssey app, and one tap will turn the station on. The Odyssey app for 97.1 FM Talk. Listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Of clothes, free and easy down the road I go, hanging memories on the highline poles. Free and easy down the road I go, free and easy down the road I go.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Happy Friday. Still 78 degrees, and now it's not mostly sunny anymore. It's just sunny. 78 degrees and sunny.
Perfect.
Mother Nature is voting for Hannah.
Awesome. I love it.
You know what, though? It's going to vote for me and Brad probably at about 6 and 7 tonight.
Poll's over by then.
We got the post-show poll, though,
Still
on
only
Instagram.
counts as one.
Oh, let's talk about that. So the Annie Frey YouTube, that's the YouTube channel we're on. We always do a live chat poll each day. And usually on Fridays, we try to do something a little bit lighter, something that has to do with the show members. And today's is, what is the perfect outdoor temperature? Ryan?
71 degrees.
Brad?
73.
Just get a little louder.
Yep.
Hannah?
78 and sunny, which is what it is right now.
I said 86 degrees. So you have to go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel to vote and let us know why you voted the way you did. But Hannah has started doing something after the show that we want you to get involved in.
Yeah, so on our Annie Frey Show Instagram, at the Annie Frey Show, you can look that up on Instagram. We are starting to do a post-show poll. So I will post to our story right after the show the results of the YouTube poll, and then I'll post another poll on top of that where you can vote kind of whether you agree with the results or disagree. Last night we did a post-show poll about Republicans using TikTok, and it still aligned with our YouTube poll results. More people voted that they should use TikTok. So that was interesting. So we kind of just see if, people miss the live stream poll that's up from noon to 3 on our YouTube, they can vote over on our Instagram at The Annie Frey Show. Kind of fun. We're going to be posting some different type of content on our Instagram as well.
My turn. Where do they find it?
Yell it.
Hey,
where do they find it?
At The Annie Frey Show on Instagram.
Turn off your mic and see if they can hear you in mine.
Where do they find it?
At The Annie Frey Show.
There you go.
Steve Moore just walked back into the building and
is just shaking his head.
Turned around and left.
I think I'm leaving.
Like, no, we're not doing this.
It's a Friday.
Is there anything that Anheuser-Busch, first of all, let me ask you this. Anybody in this house, in this studio, are people in your house boycotting Bud Light or AB?
No.
I am, insofar as I don't really drink it that much anyway, but if I'm somewhere, I'm going to not choose it.
If you had the opportunity presented to you to buy Bud Light or
I actually did
something
at the
else.
Cardinals game the other night, and that's all they had, so I just chose a Shock Top or whatever.
Is Shock Top by AB?
I don't know. That's the hard thing. I don't know.
AB owns a lot.
Yeah,
they
acquired
do.
so many things. So you have they have persuaded you to choose something else.
Yeah, and the thing is, I really like Bud Light. I know people make fun of it, but I like lager. So I don't drink a lot, but when I do, I like Bud Light. So I'm going to choose against it.
Yeah,
though.
it's definitely an AB brand. There's nobody. You're in Busch Stadium.
Well, I know. I figured I couldn't get away from it.
Miller.
I really like the Bud Light seltzers, but if I was out and I had the option between a Bud Light seltzer and a High Noon, I'd pick a High Noon currently. But I haven't I don't know anybody that is saying they'll never drink AB products again.
Brad, you don't drink at all, so you're not going to buy any less Bud Light for yourself than you are. But what's your thought on it?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would stop. It's kind of like, to me, it was the whole mockery thing. I really feel like Dylan Mulvaney is mocking women, and so I'm not going to participate in rewarding that sort of behavior and those that reward it.
What is the antithesis of Dylan Mulvaney? What could Bud Light come out and endorse? And is it Ted Nugent?
No.
You don't think that Bud Light coming out with Ted Nugent with a firearm in his hand would be as offensive to the left as Dylan Mulvaney? It's not about the issue. It's about, for me, the biggest part of this whole thing is the idea that Bud Light is just supposed to be about beer. You're just supposed to be about beer. And that's okay for a business to have what they consider to be the best product on the market, to be very proud of having the best product on the market and saying you should want to purchase Bud Light because Bud Light's the best beer. And doing things that, advertising and marketing is always about reminding people that your product is out there. But if somebody buys Bud Light because they saw a commercial and it just, even if it's like a subconscious thing, you think, oh, that sounds good. A cold beer sounds good. You're going to the grocery store to get stuff for dinner. You pick up a case of Bud Light and you drink a Bud Light. If you were in a position to make a purchase and you were influenced to make a purchase for a specific product and you get your Bud Light, if you don't like Bud Light, you're not going to see Bud Light endorse anything and go, oh, that's right, I got to go get my Bud Light. You're not going to do that. You have to have a good enough product that people go back to get because they like it. That's what Bud Light is supposed to be about. And that's not what Bud Light is choosing to be about. And that's not what tons of companies and corporations are choosing to be about.
How do you think Anheuser-Busch should move forward from this?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Fox News reports now that the Anheuser-Busch chief executive officer is breaking his silence 2 weeks after Bud Light sparked significant backlash for its marketing campaign featuring transgender activist Dylan Mulvaney. Anheuser-Busch CEO Brendan Whitworth made the statement on Friday in response to the backlash. Quote, as the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. We are honored to be part of the fabric of this country. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and a proud history supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. We never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and the values upon which America was founded. Freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focused on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands, and our partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. Folks, that is we effed up.
Yeah, it is.
Without saying it, That is a massive statement that corporate America in this huge, huge company goes, we blew it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, to me, first of all, I'm not a beer drinker. There are times when I will drink beer. When I'm at a Cardinals game and it's not even like when I'm at a baseball game, I'm drinking a beer. If these are my requirements, it has to be opening day or playoffs, and I'm celebrating having a beer with my husband. Other than that, I'm getting liquor. But the idea of beer is not about what the beer company is making it. They're saying to everybody who is out there who is about to pull out their card and start a tab or buy around or go to the grocery store because you got to buy diapers, ground beef, and a case of something to get you through out of the work week and into the relaxed Friday night, they want you to pick up Bud Light. That's what they want you to do. But Budweiser, Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch came out because of this one person who we've highlighted, this marketing person who said it was too fratty. That message, the things he just listed there, first responders, military, the great country, America that we live in, the heartland, that's a fratty message.
Mm-hmm.
The CEO just came out and delivered what this woman, this marketing woman, would define as fratty and said, sports fans, these are the people who are important to us, and we want you to share your life moments over beer. Guess what? That can include Dylan Mulvaney celebrating whatever Dylan Mulvaney wants to do. But when a corporation comes and says, we know that you're sports fans, but we have a feeling about that. We know you love your patriotism and your first responders, but we have a feeling about that. Here's what you need to be caring about right now. And you hand over a can to Dylan Mulvaney, and it becomes the biggest thing. Listen, you wanted to get in front of Dylan Mulvaney's audience because you felt there was a value of influence there. You got what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You've influenced a lot of people. Dylan Mulvaney can celebrate whatever Dylan Mulvaney wants to do with Dylan Mulvaney's friends with a Bud Light in hand. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But if you're interested in Bud Light existing in my house, or anything for that matter, sell me the best product, sell me the best service, stop telling me what I got to think about every little inch of my life and why if I don't agree with this, like literally the marketing exec said, we needed the answer to this problem of the dying brand that she said in her comment.
Yeah, great idea to say that.
The answer to the solution to this problem is to go into inclusion. I hope she gets fired.
Me too.
That needs to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy beer. I don't personally like boycotts. I know people very close to me in my life who said no more AB products. And I was like, well, it's your beer. You can get whatever you want. I think that's a great statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important that statement is heard. I don't care what you guys do with your money. I think that matters. They should fire that woman, though.
Mm-hmm.
If they do, is that the moment you can say, you know what, boycott over?
If it were my money and I had said, God, Bud Light's like my fave. Golden Light is a fave. Busch Light is a fave in my house. If that was the drink that I was having to sacrifice, listen. If you're going to stand up and make a massive statement like that and cause a dramatic knee-jerk, get the focus back, then what you did by causing this company to lose a $5 billion valuation on the market, you succeeded. And the wokesters lost. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and before people start screaming, oh, but isn't this just conservative cancel culture? No, that is not cancel culture. That's called, what we've just said, a boycott. A boycott is bottom up, consumer level up. Cancel culture is top down. It is a very different thing. And also, can't we agree that it would be great if they went back to their old ads like the frogs and the I love you, man, and what's up?
Just funny things.
Just do that stuff.
Just something that makes you want to kick back and relax. And they are going to lose specific customers for the rest of the time. There are going to be people who never, ever buy AB products again. And if you never buy an AB product again because they lost you, that's on them. Consequences of your actions. I really hope you pay a close attention to the next ad exec that you bring in who wants to try to educate and woman-splain to everybody how this thing is going down. Pay very close attention to all of these types of things that are going out. I don't need you to come hyper celebrate my side of the culture. Right. Just sell the beer. I don't know whose side the Budweiser frogs are on, which is why we need them.
Yes. Yeah. I love you, man. Remember,
man.
Oh, we can't do that though.
They should come back
But
with
if
an
they
I love
did.
you woman one. Well,
Real men of genius.
Real men of genius.
Of course they were men.
Yes.
It's funny because they were all.
Yeah, but it was Mr. Rolling Cooler Roller.
I know.
Yeah.
All the real men of genius were super average.
Right. This is a guy that has everything.
Which is why it's funny.
Yeah. Or remember the guy that would the airplane? They get off the airplane.
I'm Mr. Gelly Wickets.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Man.
That was his catchphrase. Was yes, I am.
How valuable is the marketing that you're talking about taking place decades ago that made you entertained
It still
by a
endears me to the brand. It's one of the reasons I still like Bud Light. Before I could even drink it, I was addicted to the brand.
You really want that can with your face on it.
If they send it.
Say it a little louder for the AB in the back, like right over there. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back. Hannah's got some good news for us, so we are going to share that once again. Hannah's got good news. My favorite thing to do. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Pair of boots and a sack of clothes. Free and easy down the road I go.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes to the IRS. Billions in tax relief is now being made available to struggling taxpayers, giving thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars in savings away to those who qualify. If you're facing wage garnishment, threatening letters, audits, liens, levies, or already in a payment plan, you can now expedite the resolution to your tax problem, end collections, and even qualify to reduce a large portion of what you owe. Stop IRS Debt has established a relief hotline for you to call to check what savings and options you qualify for. Dial 800-338-0419. With many people facing job loss and rising cost of living, these special IRS initiatives are designed to aid delinquent taxpayers with the relief that they need to get a fresh start. For a free consultation to see what savings you qualify for, call 800-338-0419. 800-338-0419. 800-338-0419.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Save up to $7,500 on a new hybrid HVAC system and save an additional 20% when bundled with attic insulation. This is a limited time offer. For details and a free estimate, visit aircomfortservice.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Friday afternoon, we take you into the weekend with a Reardon Roundtable starting at 3. Also in the 5 o'clock hour, Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft. He's running for governor.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
And we're back.
Said I had some news.
With the Annie Frey Show.
Some good news.
Some good news.
I was trying to record a promo for you.
Thank you.
And there is somebody in there who is working.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to work around that stuff. And so I recorded the promo, but the computer that was in there must be working hard too, because the whole time in the background it's like this. So if you hear that promo in the air, you'll know.
I know that sound.
Or I could say it right now. Should I try to say it right now? Because I want to tell the people about this.
Oh, yeah. Well, the people need to know.
Annie Frey here, inviting you to the 66th annual Lincoln Day dinner hosted by the Madison County Republican Central Committee. Join me and special guest speaker, Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft, on Friday, April 28th for dinner, entertainment, raffle, a silent auction, and more. That's April 28th in Edwardsville, Illinois.
Oh, you laughed.
So that's April 28th in Edwardsville, Illinois. Go to 971talk.com/events for full details and to get your tickets. That's 971talk.com/events.
I can't use any of that. You're laughing and smiling, and everybody knows you need to take this seriously.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to take it like in the ad. It needs to be like,
let's celebrate the achievements of our party.
No. The music's
community.
gonna be like dong. It's gonna have a dong.
You and the dongs.
and then it's gonna be like celebrate the wins. I need you to bring the deep voice too. Can you be a bass?
She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it.
You know I'm all about that bass.
Come on, Princess Vespa.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
She's a bass.
Nobody knows.
But Jesus.
Imagine turning your radio dial.
What are they doing? They're reading promos?
They're all turning their radio dials. It's not the direction towards us. I do want to tell people that if you go to 971talk.com/events, you can get your tickets. The Lincoln Day dinner in Edwardsville, I'm going to be emceeing it, and Jay Ashcroft is going to be the keynote speaker, which is exciting.
And there will be what? Food and drinks?
I already promoted it.
50-50,
dinner,
it
entertainment, raffle, silent auction, and more.
Ooh,
more. Yes.
I'm gonna put some echo on that in the promo.
I hope that y'all come. It is gonna be an exciting event. I went and did a keynote in Clay County, Illinois.
Oh yeah.
At Darren Bailey's school.
Oh.
That wasn't recent, was it?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different event.
It was the beginning of April. It was great. And my husband and I drove out just due east. And I had never been to that area before, so it was exciting.
April 28th is going to be fun.
Yep. Is that this event?
Yep.
I have a lot of events coming up, and I put them on my calendar, and I just go with flow. Our Disney World trip, if you're new here, or if you haven't
Let's hope not right now.
We are 22. Yeah, you're new and you're gone. Sorry. We're 22 days away from our Disney World trip. Whoop, whoop.
I think we decided, Hannah, and I don't know if you're going to participate in this, that Brad and I are going to stay over at Jared and Annie's.
Didn't you guys decide you weren't because you required a shower?
Well, yeah, we're just going to shower at your house.
We don't have showers at my house, so they were like, we can't.
Oh, you guys do those outdoor bathtubs still?
Just a hose.
Like the old timies?
It's just a hose.
Yeah.
Oh, the sleepover
I'll
before
hose
the
you
airport.
down in the front of the house.
At 3 a.m.
Get the fire
Throwing
department involved.
de-icing powder on him.
The police will be driving by. The police, I'm very confident in the safety and security of my house because the police know where I live and I love all of them in my hometown police department. But a lot of them do wave when they go by. I just can only imagine. They'd be like, that must be Ryan Wiggins.
Are they throwing talcum powder at that naked guy?
Here, look at this. From a distance.
From a distance, Ryan, look at her computer.
Ooh, I like the colors.
Do you see what that is?
I think that's probably a spreadsheet for our 3 days.
Yeah.
It is.
Hannah looked at it. She goes, is there eating there? And I said to her, I go, last night after I got done, I'm like, I only have booked one meal.
What happens if one of those is a little off? Does it throw the rest of the whole thing off?
Yes.
Well, that's a problem.
But I made the plan. I'll just briefly show it to the people on the chat. I made the plan so that this is the most likely and achievable plan.
Okay.
It could go way better than this.
Oh, really? So that's like
better than all the colors?
That's the floor.
No, but yes, Disney World will be better than this colored spreadsheet.
I was really impressed by that. Super impressed.
This is the checkoff spreadsheet that I made that shows all the different Genie Plus things that you can do at Disney.
Nice. I'll call it Anton. Check off. Get it? It's good stuff. You only get that on Friday at 2:53.
Nobody gets it.
It would be good to do some good news right now.
The Diamond in the Rough. Brought to you by The Diamond Shop. TheDiamondShop.net.
Kindness knows no bounds for one Cincinnati teenager who has gone viral after he decided to stop and help a woman change her tire after she got a flat. Keep in mind that I said teenager, which I think is really surprising these days. Sandy Wooten shared on Facebook that her car blew its tire
Sandy Wooten
on the highway, and while she was waiting for AAA to show up, 17-year-old Yvonne Green pulled over to offer his help with no questions asked. After helping fix her car with a smile on his face, Wooten asked the young man what she owed him. He said nothing, be safe in response. Wooten was really surprised by this young man and his kindness. So I thought that was a nice little story to share. I was impressed with it too.
That is very nice and good to hear. There's a lot of good people doing normal good things, and we just don't talk about them because we're talking about boobgate and stuff. I mean, that's what Tucker Carlson does. I have higher standards than that.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
You want to get to the YouTube poll?
Yeah, I do.
All right. What is the perfect outdoor temperature? Each of us on the crew picked our perfect temperature. So let's see what you guys said. Ryan said 71 degrees. Brad said 73. I said 78. And Annie said 86.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
With over 200 votes, Brad wins. With 38%. So 38% of the people said that 73 degrees was the perfect temperature. Following up, 28% of the people voted with me, saying 78
degrees.
degrees.
I thought I had this as a lock.
No, that's too cold.
Earlier, remember when we said who's your favorite show member?
No, I don't remember that now.
You
I
and
was
me.
going to remember
We're
that, but
gonna
I forgot it now.
We're going to find out who's fourth place right now on the Annie Frey show.
All right. Okay, I'll agree with that.
You ready for this? Ryan, 22%, 71 degrees. And Annie, you're 86 degrees.
How many?
Only 12% of the 200 people agreed with that.
I understand.
The only reason I would ever pick 86 is because the other temperatures you can't swim in. You could swim when it's 86 degrees.
Swim when it's 78.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
especially in a heated pool.
It better have been, well, it's a heated pool, you can swim in anything. But if it's been warm for a long time and it's 78, yeah, you can get away with swimming. But at 86, you can pretty much do it no matter what.
Swimming.
Do you call them swimwear or trunks? Because I still say trunks, and for some reason my wife thinks that's funny.
She says swimwear?
She says swimwear or
swimsuit.
Swimsuit.
Yeah. I also apparently say that I need to go to the parlor to get my hair cut.
You do not say that.
I think I do because I've been made fun of for it.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I get that.
Never
I get
heard
that
one before.
Somebody said, is it even fun to go on vacation if you need a spreadsheet? You're either going to like Disney World or you're not. But if you go to Disney World and you are not planned and prepared, you are going to miss out. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You got to plan it a little bit at least.
Yeah. And if you have never been before and you're trying to do all the things in 3 days, a spreadsheet's going to help you along. We're going to have the greatest time. Make sure you subscribe to the Annie Frey YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot of content on there on our trip. We're going to take you along with us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. And you can go onto the Annie Frey Instagram channel right now and vote. Well, not right now. In like 3 minutes on the poll. I'm wrapping it up. Mark Reardon up next.
Scott, why should you never trust stairs?
I don't know. Why?
Because they're always up to something.
Very funny. And why not let contractors know that for that set of steps or the rest of the house, we have carpet, luxury vinyl, ceramic tile, carpet tile, laminate, and sheet vinyl all in stock at low, low prices.
2 locations, 7301 North Lindbergh in Hazelwood, Missouri, and 1851 West US Highway 50 in O'Fallon, Illinois. Open 7 days a week.
Best flooring, best selection, Best Buy Flooring.
Friends of Fisher House, St. Louis is on a mission to ensure military and veterans family members can be with their loved ones receiving medical treatment in St. Louis. And 97.1 FM Talk is on a mission